Brian is a hero! Here we are. Welcome in, guys.
Hola, people.
Thanks for hanging out and waiting with us. Beta Counterspell. We got kind of a weird start tonight here, where we're starting right in the beginning of round 2. So round 1 is just finishing up. Time is almost called in the round. But I was looking around the room to see if there are any brews. We have some Nyx Fit. Kyre's playing some Tezzerator.
We have 2 Tezzerets.
Those aren't exactly brews, but they're not tier 1 legacy decks, right? Yeah. So as soon as we get pairings up, we will get going. I'm joined here by Trace, or TRZ as he's labeled.
Your name's Lane.
Who last Tuesday went 4-0 with some Death and Taxes.
That was nothing.
Round 4 matchup versus Merfolk, just what you would expect.
That was so much fun.
That was actually pretty cool. I would struggle doing anything productive with Death and Taxes.
It's really challenging.
Yeah. So who do we have? We got 7 of you so far. Brian's here. Brian resubbed. He's a hero. 11 months in a row. You know what that means? That means we've been streaming for 11 months.
It's insane.
We've actually been streaming longer than that. I don't think I can resub on mobile, unfortunately.
Huh.
But I can cheer us.
Use my Amazon. I think my Amazon is just sitting there, not subscribed to anything.
Yeah. You gotta link your Amazon Prime, and then you can sub for free. That's what you gotta do. Oh, I gotta beat. I'm already on there with 4 bits. That's amazing.
Oh wow.
Now it's on. The battle begins. I'm gonna start us off with some bits.
Right.
So,
101.
Evening, Jorgensen.
Good evening.
We're a few minutes away from round 2 getting started. We're right at the end of round 1 with a few games still being played that are probably entering time right now. So, in the meantime, let's look at some deck lists.
Okay.
I like going to Goldfish for my deck lists, where they have This Week in Legacy. Sean Brown does this. And we looked at this on Tuesday, but he's got an update from Birmingham.
Okay.
So, first off, hold on. Would you open that real quick since we're not started? First off, what are we going to look at? Oh, thank you, sir. You are a hero. I'm done. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. We're going to look at something for Jorgensen. I mean, he's seen this, I'm sure, but now you get to see it in visual form. Are you ready? Are you ready? You're not ready. Here it is. Look at this thing.
Can be ready.
Look at this thing. This is the winner out of GP Birmingham. Dragon Stompy, as they have it labeled, which is silly. Mono Red Prison. This one, I don't know. Jorgensen can show me some action, right? You want to see Kyre still playing? Okay, hold on one sec. Let me switch back real quick. And
it's a fun deck to watch. Okay. Yeah, I really like the Dragon Stompy decks.
And we'll switch back. 2 Chandra still feels wrong. Yeah, this is interesting, right? These 2 Karns main deck in place of 2 Chandras. You'd think that I would think that Chandra is just a better card. I've joking.
Seen Karn play. It's pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, so even the author of the article says in another deck, maybe that's really where you want it because of card advantage. But here, don't you just want Chandra?
Chandra gives you cards too, so
you like Karn and Chandra. Ooh, so what do you take out? Do you take out Pias? Just you got to take out a 4-drop, right, or a Hazaret for the 2 Chandras, or do you? I don't know the deck list well enough, but you don't cut really Rabble Masters, right? You can't cut 3-drops. So do you have to cut one of these 4-drops?
Hazaret seems like a non-bow with bridge. But you can just keep discarding.
Yeah. It still works. It's still a play. 1 Pia. You don't play any Rabble Masters, not even in the sideboard. This is also interesting. These Scab Clan Berserkers, right? Unfortunately, the way this visual view, I can't actually highlight them, but they're there for what's the matchup they're there for?
Like control blue decks. Because it like deals 2 damage whenever they cast a non-creature spell, right?
Yeah. So they come in like versus Storm, right?
Yeah, it probably just kills Storm.
And you play 4 Chandra and 2 Chandra. So you're already... You could just take out 2 Chandra Pyromasters for Karn. Would you do that? I don't know. I don't know the list well enough to...
Is Pyromaster better than Karn? I guess it does different things.
Depends on the matchup, yeah, I guess.
Pyromaster will just kill different Texas, I guess. Like,
Scab Clan's interesting because it's 2 red and 1, right? So right away you can't use a soul land to cheat it out. It's unless you're spirit guiding it out, it's coming down turn 3 or turn 2 at the fastest, right?
yeah.
But it deals 2 damage to that player whenever they cast a non-creature spell if it's renowned. So not only do you have to get it out, but it has haste, so you're probably dealing damage that turn. That's an interesting card. I wonder what the game plan there is. It just seems real hard to cast. Yeah, it's not clear to me.
I'm thinking of all the creatures you have to get it past to get renowned. You have to get past Thalia. You have to get past Leovold.
Well, you're not bringing it in on those. You're bringing it in on
That's true.
Miracles and Storm and creatureless type decks where you're taking advantage, or even Delver maybe.
It's true.
Against Storm, that turn 1 is so much better than a Blood Moon. Yeah. Like, so is Trinisphere just better in those Scab Clan spots? It's weird to try and pick apart. Here's a GP winning, beat a top 8 list, and here we are saying, "Oh, we could make it better," but this is probably not what I would play.
Seems close though.
Yeah, Trinisphere is still better. You're saying? I'm gonna steal this thing and move it over here real quick. Round 2 incoming. Not quite there yet, guys. Anyway, we can bounce back like this and take a peek at Steel Stompy. We've seen this list here. We've seen it played here. We've seen it played online. This one's got a few little interesting things in it that are a little different. These 2H champions are here, which is curious, right? They're kind of great. They're kind of a true name nemesis in a way. If you could equip them against a lot of decks, they just get to go in. So they're kind of like Vault Scourge 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. It's a fun deck. You got multiple Inventor's Fair, which lets you go get Jitte. The author says, hey, why isn't there a sword in this list somewhere that you could also tutor for?
Sword would be fantastic.
All right. I'm going to jump back here, and we're going to get some pairings up, and we're going to watch some Magic. Are you guys ready? You're not ready.
Yeah, Sword of Fire and Ice is too amazing not to want to run. It's the only way, like, any deck can beat True Name Nemesis, really.
All right, we're going to have round 2. We're going to have Terry versus Les. And Terry, here he is. I found him. Terry has been on some sort of Grixis build. I'm going to assume he's still there. But I'm not sure if he's on Delver. I think he probably is. And Les is playing Nyx Fit.
This deck is sweet.
So I'd actually prefer starting here because I like watching Nyx Fit. But we asked Kyre to be on camera. Brian did. So we're going to start with Kyre versus Calvin.
Is Calvin still on the Kess control?
I have no idea. He was on Kess last
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday? I would think so. I would think he's not going to give up that deck that quick, right?
No, probably not.
We're going to put Kyre. Kyre's playing Tez. Tez or Raider?
Jorgensen. I like that. Thrusting the sword into the gut. With that image.
Yeah. Sort of Fire and Ice. Just seems really, really strong, right? But maybe in addition to Jitte, maybe you put the sword in the sideboard.
GTA is definitely stronger in so many more matchups, yeah. I feel like.
Alright, we're going to close that and move this back here and get rid of these. And we can jump back to some of those deck lists. There's a few more little curiosities in there, and it's fun to look at them. When we have a break, we've got 3 full more rounds of Legacy to show you guys. We're jumping in to the right at the beginning of round 2. I'll get some time going for you.
Can't wait for some Legacy.
Normally, you're gonna have to excuse me. Normally, Kyer's the one piloting all of this. So, 50 minutes tacked onto this is.
Yes, our George. Kyer built Tez.
You'd think I could do this math.
Right? He was so excited when he got his cards in the mail. I think he wants a second transmute. I don't know if he got it yet.
There we go.
I don't know if he's playing Word though. I think he definitely wants to play the second transmute though.
I think he's only got one. I haven't actually seen his 75, so I'm not sure what his exact list is to make up for that.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll get some surprises as we play. And I like Kess quite a bit. I thought about rebuilding Kess and going with the 2 Kess build just because it's fun. I enjoy it. So it'll be fun to see if that's what Calvin's playing again.
The only problem with it is like you play it with 4 mana and then you likely have no other lands to do things with. So you just hoping she sits out there.
I'm surprised that current list that was posted doesn't have any Gitaxian probes, because sometimes that was there and it was a card to play and it was worth it just for a free draw or a 2 life draw. But
because you play before and after.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Kyer starts off with a Wasteland. We're gonna go big here and just look at this.
That's all land.
Calvin started off with a Ponder, and Kyer only has, so he's got a Mox Diamond in hand, and this is curious to play Wasteland and not activate it right away. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I've watched enough Tez to know how the deck works, but I don't know the intricacies of each play, right? Like when you're holding up mana for certain cards, there's definitely some 4 mana cards you want to get out, or even a really quick Chalice, right? That's what Kyer would love to land here. Yeah. So with the Mox Diamond in hand, I'm surprised I didn't see the rest. But we'll find out. We'll find out together. It'll be fun.
Yeah, you think he'd play Soul Land first? Maybe he's trying to protect it from another Wasteland. He's trying to draw the Wasteland first.
Yeah. All right, Calvin ponders twice, sets himself up for later. Looks like he maybe has a Searcher's Canta in his hand. Probably see that next turn.
Okay.
All right.
That'd be very good against Tizzy.
Here's the diamond. Getting rid of a C. And is that a Cavern of Souls? All right, come here, Signet.
I don't think it's a Cavern of Souls. Maybe. Can't really see the cards. I think so. It's kind of interesting. On Tuesday, Calvin was playing Preordains.
Yeah. Instead
of Ponders. So
he switched.
I guess he switched back.
He's gone back to the Ponders.
Yeah.
It's interesting. There's a whole debate. There's a whole Legacy Reddit channel debate about which card is better and why and when you want it and what it does for you early game versus late game versus if you're playing a deck like Calvin's and you ponder and there's one card you want but 2 lands that you don't want, do you take the one card that you want knowing that it works with fetch lands, but ponder's just better. Yeah. See, there's not a debate. It just is. That's
gets you down one more card.
Still don't know what that look is. Maybe it's a we'll find out.
I think I do like scrying better than the shuffling. That's just me. The scrying is sweet. I love taking mulligans.
Here's a Thopter Foundry. Does Calvin have a response? He's got a Force of Will in hand. He could lose some card advantage to force this. See? Oh, we have a debate in chat right now. Look at this. 14 people, and there's already disagreement.
I think Pyridin's winning.
You guys now have to fight in a thumb war, and whoever wins, doesn't matter.
I was kind of brewing my own deck. I was thinking about like mono blue Delver, so I could just play like Brainstorm, Ponder, and Pyridin, just like stack up on all those, just to make sure I get what I need.
So I actually built a deck that was almost that.
Oh yeah.
It was only a bunch of cantrips and then some Bedlam Revelers as the win con and the end game, and it was bad, but it was fun. But my opponents were always very confused because I just sat there cantripping forever, and then I'd lose, and they never saw my win conditions.
Bottomed.
Yeah, but bottom draw is better than a shuffle, isn't it?
It's gotta be.
Isn't it?
Yeah, because you get those 2 cards out of the way.
All right, Hymn to Turok took out a sword and a Tez, just what Kyr didn't want.
Ooh, Crucible's good though, especially with the Wasteland. Like,
yeah, so Kyr's been missing land drops, right? We've only seen the Wasteland and the Underground Sea. If he had a land drop there, he would have been able to waste right there.
It's true. I'm surprised we haven't seen Soul Lands yet.
Crucible gets forced. Does Kyr want to force back? So he's sitting with a Force of Will and a Baleful Strix, so he's going to have to pitch the Strix.
It's unfortunate. Baleful Strix is a really strong card in this deck.
Yeah, I think Crucible is a pretty good answer in this board state, though. Like, he'll be able to actually start doing some stuff. Wait, did we have it labeled as Dominaria Draft, like on the Go Live? That's bad. I didn't update all that. No, we didn't. Legacy.
MC Mackie, do you want some Dominaria Draft?
Goodness. It's Friday night. It's Paragon City. We only do Legacy. And occasionally some box openings. All right, Liliana of the Veil. That was not in Calvin's deck list last Tuesday.
Yeah. I wonder what this is.
All right, here's some Thoptering, some Foundering, making some Thopterers.
Sweet value.
Let's get rid of that Signet, get the sword back, put it on the Thopter, gain a life, start having fun. I know that Calvin's got Bolt in his hand. I believe he does.
I feel like this is going to be hard to beat, though, because, like...
Yeah, this Wasteland's going to win the game right here. Right? It's going to take a few turns, but it's going to get there.
And Thopter Sword, like, Grease's colors can't deal with this at all. Like,
yeah,
maybe not main deck.
Yeah, he's going to be able to deal a little bit of damage to this Liliana.
Kills Volcanic Island. And
then the sack effect doesn't really matter on Liliana because he can just sack in response.
Make a new one.
Yep.
I guess just do that after. Sack the new one.
Like, go ahead, please downtick here. Right?
I don't think Kyr has cards in hand, so the plus doesn't do anything either.
Right.
So Liliana is just sitting there.
The plus makes it live one more turn.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was probably Calvin going to end step, and Kyr responding with a sack. Make a dude.
Guess Calvin didn't want to get rid of any of the cards in his hand.
Sitting on a Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kyr still doing more Thoptering.
Whew.
I believe. We're still at Calvin's end step here. And there's a pause on timing. And he's like, you got me. I can't do it. Okay.
You can kill the first 3 Thopters.
So we're going to jump right over and hope they're still playing Magic. Here we are. Terry playing some Grixis Delver versus Les on Nyx Fit. He's got a Ground Seal in play, so that's probably game 2? Fortunately, can't see Les's graveyard.
I think Ground Seal's in the sideboard.
Yeah, I mean, there's Living Wish, right? So it's gettable. But yeah, we'll jump right back to Tez for game 2 of that here.
Yeah,
as soon as they finish shuffling up.
When I first got into Magic, I like really got into it. It started with Lara, and like when I first saw the first Tezzeret, it's like This card is so different, and, like so amazing.
An actual good planeswalker.
Yeah.
In the right deck. I think Terry got that one. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that would have been game one, but we'll find out.
Hard to beat two Grimag Anglers.
Yeah.
Just no matter what deck you are.
Right. Well, Nixfit actually can deal with it quite well if it gets there, right? Between putting out blockers that you want to chump block with so they die, and then they go fetch things that turn your 5/5s into nothings. It looked like he just never saw what he needed to there.
It's true.
You know, if you're battling a Deathrite Shaman or something and you have to protect the Academy Rector before you get a chance to actually use it.
That's really rough.
Was there a Planeswalker before Tez that could straight up win the game the way he can?
I remember Elspeth was pretty good. Just get a bunch of tokens and make something flying and just win the game.
That's a good question. Why is this not what I want? Oh well. So before Scars there was Innistrad, right? And so in Innistrad there was Liliana of the Veil.
Yeah.
And in a way, Liliana can just straight up win, right? Like,
yeah,
she might be the most powerful 3-mana planeswalker. And then afterwards was Jace.
Oh,
Innistrad was after Scars, so I've got it wrong. So maybe
yeah.
I'm flipped. Okay, so then it was Jace, Jace in Worldwake before Scars.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking at it backwards. The time I quickly looked it up, and it looks like the timing is Lorwyn and then Shards. Oh, okay, so yeah.
I guess Gargult is still combat damage too.
Lorwyn, Shards, Zendikar, and then Scars of Mirrodin. Yeah, Jace is okay. I mean,
I love Jace.
It has a win condition built in. It's cute. All right, we're gonna switch back here to these guys. They're shuffled up. They're cut. They're drawing their opening 7. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
So I think Kyer did not win round 1. Is that right?
No, he did not. He played against a mirror actually.
Oh, Tez versus Tez.
Yeah, and he got stuck on mana so hard. He got real unlucky.
So we're showing him again, even though he didn't win. For Brian.
Yeah, Nico Bolas was a lot of rock.
It's true. I mean, in the exact wording that Jorgensen asked, Bolas is pretty good. Leyline of the Void starting off. So Calvin's fetch land is exiled.
Kyre's going to go for the Helm of Obedience win here.
Yeah, that's cute.
Because it kind of, like, Leyline does more than just help the Helm. Like, keep cards out of the graveyard. For, like, Snapcaster, Culligan's Command.
Yeah, especially if Calvin's on Kess, right? Not only
Yeah.
Kess, but Snapcaster, like you said. And then if he's not, it's still great because it hits, sort of hits Deathrite Shaman and
Deathrite Shaman.
Gurmag Anglers.
Because Deathrite Shaman doesn't have a lot to hit on Kyre's side.
No.
He can't exile artifacts.
No, so there's a few hits, right? You can hit like Transmutes and
Kyre's playing Force as well, so he can hit those. Hit Belfast Strix.
Yeah, it's a win. It's a good card if you can cast it.
Super hard to get the ultimate on it too, because everyone sees it and they're like, I gotta kill it.
Here's a him. Looks like Kyre's got a lot of land, so he probably doesn't mind this too bad.
Yeah. Especially if you can find a Crucible again.
We got some dice rolling. The funnest part of Magic. A Ensnaring Bridge and an Underground Sea go away.
Probably not the worst.
Yeah. If Bridge might not be... Bridge is great against Delver.
Yeah.
Can be great against Young Pyromancer tokens. I'm not sure if Calvin's on a... How many creatures he's playing?
Yeah, it's hard to tell if he's like the control deck or the Delver deck.
Yeah, those Baleful Strix probably mean he's on similar to the Kess control list.
Yeah.
Whether or not it has Kess in it. Here's a Strix now.
Card.
Badlands into Deathred Shaman.
Okay.
And Kyra says, yeah, those are all exiled. Calvin says, oh yeah. I forgot. Alright, land number 3. What can Kyra do with 3 mana? Or 4 mana? Nothing. Oh, that hurts. That's you top out at 4, right? There's nothing
exactly.
nothing more. You want to be playing a 4-drop. Those are the good cards in Tezzerator.
Karn, Tezzeret. I think he's got one black-red Duretti in there too.
Ooh.
That could really help in this matchup, like get rid of Death Shaman.
Yeah, Calvin's not really applying any real pressure at the moment. That Death Right's not really doing much.
Yeah.
I got some Strixes. You should be fine with those.
Yeah.
Land number 4. Yeah, Jace is going to be change the game if that comes down next turn.
Just hope Kay has a force.
Alright, he fetches 4.
It's probably just thinning the deck so he can find Helm a little bit easier.
Yeah, so that's where Transmute is amazing, right? Is you can go get Helm and activate it if you had it right here.
Just instant win.
You just win. Yep. There's a Padim. That's a card.
Can be bolted. Very solid.
That's something to play, at the least. It's not a land. How about that?
Draw lots of cards.
That Signet can no longer be shattered. Haha, gotcha.
Ancient Grudged.
Alright. So now we're probably going to see Jace from Calvin. And a little swing for some Baleful Strix.
I wonder if Kaya can beat the Jace if it resolves.
Oh yeah. Yep.
He could like grind with it, like Karn. Karn seems good.
Yeah, he gets extra cards too. That's a big part of it for sure. Actually.
What's that? Explosives.
Or tied. Yep.
Huh.
Explosives for 4. How did he manage that? That's impressive. He's got a Badlands, an Underground Sea, a Swamp, and a Deathrite that took out the Scalding Tarn for 4 mana. Wow. I don't know that I've ever triggered an Engineered Explosives for 4 in any Grixis build. Land number billion for Kyre. And a Crucible. It's kind of a weird play. You drop the Crucible and not play your Underground Sea, but oh well.
Huh.
I mean, he played an Ancient Tomb first, but
oh, okay. Double fetch and just keep thinning the deck out and increase your chances of return. Oh, but the ley line's gone. Which is real unfortunate.
Here's Jace.
No force.
Yeah, I think I would have removed the Underground Sea from Kyre's graveyard there to pay for the Jace. There's no, at least at the moment, there's no instance. Maybe there will be. Maybe that's wrong.
Might have a...
Okay, here he is. He's doing it now.
Huh,
Baleful Strix number 3. When you have all the Strixes, then you... H.C. Fox would say, you're Strixly better.
Strixly better.
Yeah. That's what he would say. All right. Can Kyre do anything besides play lands? Maybe that's all he can do.
Yeah. Strix Tribal.
The new hotness. In fact, you don't even play with most of the Strixes, just the Baleful ones.
Just Baleful. Yeah. I think the bad one is like pretty close. It just does all the opposite things. Like when it comes in, it like gains your life. It just doesn't draw your card.
You block, you attack, you give card back.
Give card back.
Hey, looks like Kyra drew a land. Played one from his graveyard.
See, this always happens to Kyra. He always either draws all the lands or just one. And like,
here's an attack for three, down to 10.
I guess that's your shaman is pretty much just gaining life here, right?
He's doing nothing.
There's only creature.
Yeah, but he's gonna play a ponder here and do stuff. Yeah. So between the Force of Will in Calvin's hand, the Jace Fate Sealing, Kyra's in trouble.
Probably put a really useful card in the bottom.
Leyline of the Void. That's really important.
Card number 1.
Not really at all. Calvin doesn't even need to respond to this, but he can if he really wants to. He's going to.
He's going to.
I don't think he needs to.
So the Force gets... Does the Force get exiled here?
No, because the Leyline's never in play.
Oh, no, never in play. Yeah.
Swing for 3.
Still learning how to play Magic. And for a Legacy, and I still don't know everything.
Sometimes the like when Engineered Explosives went off, it got exiled, but the Leyline and the Padim that it exploded did not. Those are. I mean, they wouldn't have anyway because it's a
because Kyra's graveyard. Yeah,
but ooh, perfect QC. I'm excited. We'll start having some actual fun chat interaction once you get here.
Sweet.
I hope. This game feels over, but at the same time, I guess that's why that Leyline gets countered, right? Is because of the fear of the transmute. You could always just counter the transmute, though. Maybe there's an outside. I don't think so. I think it's over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a peek and see what's happening in our backup match. They'll have one more match though.
Okay, we'd have to draw something pretty bumtastic here.
It looks like our Nyx Fit versus Grixis is over. Looks like they're D-sideboarding. It looks like Grixis still over 1 based off of life totals.
Yeah.
So, you get 24 minutes of game 3 right here.
Yeah, these games have been going pretty fast for what these decks are. I was expecting like...
We're going to call this Grixis Control to differentiate.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know. You and the top Legacy Moto players saw stats on Reddit today. Top Legacy Moto players? What? Where is this top Legacy?
Do you just go by how many trophies like everyone has, or how do the ratings work now?
Yeah, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, ELO ratings. Okay.
Is there still like starting at 1700? Well done.
Way to go, QC.
Brian's like, wait, what? Where am I? Huh? Starts at 1600?
Oh, yeah. So it's still... Yeah, that's a system I remember when I was playing. I used to draft on Moto a lot. It's... Yeah, I think it's 1600 too.
All right. Here we are, playing Magic again.
So we have an early ley line.
An early one, like before the game even started early.
Yeah, like can't even count.
Like he cheated it into play somehow.
Like it makes the combo a 1-card combo.
That brainstorm never getting snapped back. Hey, look, it's the game-winning card, the combo kill, the Baleful Strix, the all-in-one.
Because, like, you don't want to kill a 1/1. Like, ever.
Hey, that system wasn't terrible. I had a good rating way back when, Jorgensen. Come on. Yeah, back when Magic Online first started, there was actually a higher tiered playroom, so you could match up against 1,700 plus players.
Okay.
Kind of gave you a goal to shoot for, and then you'd have higher competition at that level.
So what's like the max rating? Like, how far could you go up?
I don't know.
Like maybe 2,000, 2,100.
Right? I didn't play in FNM. I was too good for that. Here's a engineered, not an engineered, ensnaring bridge. 7th edition. Some white bordered. Kyra's got some mix of different stuff just to make it challenging for us here in booth, right?
That's for sure.
So that ensnaring bridge is doing absolutely nothing right now, but it might get transmuted, is what might happen.
That's for sure. Because land transmute just wins the game right here.
2,100 was the highest you'd seen in paper.
Huh.
The Baleful Strix tries to attack through the ensnaring bridge, and the bridge says, "Okay."
Okay, because I mean, this Strix just like flies.
It didn't get ensnared.
So, MC Mikey, what's the best Dominaria draft deck?
Ooh, blue.
Blue?
Things with blue.
Is it just always blue?
I think if you're playing blue, you're doing great, and if you're not, you're playing from behind.
I do like the wizards in draft a lot. Like, I love that tempo deck.
I'm curious, MC. Do you agree? I haven't done enough drafts to know, but like I tried doing a white black deck that was strong, but
it's not close.
It's not close.
Wow.
Except if two players in front of you in draft are both heavily drafting blue, and I guess online that still could happen, right?
I think if that happens, you either steer into knights or saprolings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then they're wide open, which is great. But
good evening, Claymore.
Perfect. You're here. It's the same thing. It's like you're at FNM Legacy, but you're not.
And you're like here at the start because this is round we started in, so you didn't miss much.
Yeah, Song of Fraley is a busted card, right?
If you find that card, you just go green, like GG.
And it's an uncommon, right? Is that right?
Yeah, it's an uncommon.
Which is silly. It's absolutely a rare card, but it's printed at uncommon.
Mono Black Historic. That sounds awesome. Like, yeah, was it like Traxos?
All right, so Kyra's gotten out a Signet and a Sword of the Meek since I last was paying attention. And Calvin's still sitting on a Force of Will, which is probably just going to take out that Transmute artifact.
Leovold. I don't know if that matters that much here.
Yeah.
Kyra's not really targeting.
Leovold's not going to be attacking anytime soon. Yeah, targeting's not really happening. Card draw doesn't really happen.
Wasteland, but...
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
the
he
one
has
thing.
that right now.
Nope.
Just do this.
So here's an interesting choice. He's got a Padim to play, or a Chalice of the Void to play, probably on one. He could Chalice and Transmute.
Okay. Do we know what Calvin has in hand?
I know he's got a Force and a blue card. I think he's got a Jace, a Force, and a bunch of other stuff. So
he's probably safe.
Maybe this is baiting the counterspell here.
I'd imagine so, because Padim's pretty strong right
here.
Yeah,
and Transmute's your win condition, right?
Yeah.
You want to Chalice and then to bait the Force and then Transmute. I like that.
Okay.
That makes more sense to me as well. But he can do that next turn.
It's true. You have a lot of time. I think Padim, if that resolves, you just slowly like build your card advantage, and then you have more chance of like drawing your own force to.
Yeah, Padim seems bad versus Leo. Yeah, that extra card doesn't seem as bad. Huh.
I forgot about that.
You don't get to do that thing.
That's not fun.
You get to not draw an extra card.
I keep forgetting that was Leovold. Like, one time I went to brainstorm against it, and I was like,
Whoops.
oh, shoot.
That's not what you want to do. All right, here comes a Jace. There's a Jace. A Worldwake foil Jace, which is obviously better than a non-foil Worldwake Jace or a From the Vault Jace.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Padim gets bounced. Whoops. Maybe Calvin forgot about Leovold there as well.
Interesting.
Okay, so now do we see the Chalice into Transmute? He can Chalice Transmute and win this turn, right?
Yeah.
Calvin would have to find something off of a brainstorm in order to continue.
Because Helm costs 1 to activate, right?
Cost X. You need at
X.
least one though to
Okay.
get one card started.
And Kerry hasn't played his land yet, so
He just did. He played a fetch line.
Oh,
but he's got a Signet, so he's got a full 5 mana.
So yeah, he can run the transmute out there. We just have to wait through the combo.
Let's see how this plays out. I mean, he's got to know he's got a Force of Will, right? He's got to. There's too many cards in hand not to. Runcor, thank you for the follow. You are almost a hero.
Almost.
You get to be a hero by subscribing. All right. Transmute first. Okay. Transmute's getting forced.
I wonder if this is this maybe bait? Or is Kyrie just probably playing around a Spell Pierce or something?
Oh, he's got a misdirection.
Oh.
In hand.
Oh.
I didn't realize that that's what that card was. Okay. Okay.
So
we're still playing Magic.
And this plays around Spell Pierce too.
Misdirect the Force of Will, pitching Padim.
Okay.
The game restarts here, and the Magic Online tries to reboot the entire game. we watch a whole bunch of cards being played at an extreme speed. Hopefully it can figure it out and we get to keep watching Magic. Misdirection's bugged on Magic Online.
Okay.
All right. So Force of Will is getting... So first, we've got a fetch for a blue card, undergrounder or something. So he's going to brainstorm. He's going to try and find an answer to this misdirection.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to die.
I won't want to die either. I would not recommend it.
When you get to see the top 3 cards of your library, you probably should do that before you're dead.
Yeah.
Because if the transmute resolves... All right, here's a brainstorm. What does Calvin have?
There
1,
can't be much you can find here.
2, 3. That's not going to do it. There is the Hydroblast there, but he doesn't have any open mana to cast it.
I like this idea. Just
replay it super speed, explaining the misdirection.
It's like...
and then have it just freeze.
Jace.
And have this game 3 start over with a full new clock. All right, here's the backup plan for Tezzerator, right? You have a Leyline of the Void out. You get to transmute into the one of Helm of Obedience. There it is. It's a really cool Alliances card that did nothing for forever. And this says, mill the top card of your library until you hit a creature card. But you're never going to actually do that because it never goes to the graveyard. So you just mill his entire deck. And if it had been a creature card that costs 1, then Kyra could play it. You can put it in chat if you really want to.
Yeah.
So it's a win condition. Helm plus Leyline of the Void just wins as long as you have an open mana to activate it for 1. So Tez gets there. That was fun. It worked. The misdirection got there. We were all afraid that he wouldn't be able to sneak past the Force of Will, but he had misdirection in hand, the conspiracy version.
So the thing I like about misdirection that I just realized a couple days ago when Kyrie was talking about it, it's like it does kill true name nemesis in a way. Like if your opponent goes to bolt one of your things, you can misdirect their bolt to their true name.
That's really cute.
And it kills it.
And it would be fun. It'd be like an achievement unlocked.
Exactly.
What other fun decks are there out there tonight? Killing Form. I haven't seen you in our chat before, Killing. We just had a Nyx Fit deck on camera very briefly. I actually don't know what everybody's playing tonight. We started up a little late, so I didn't get a good feel for the room. We've got a pretty decent turnout. We have 21 players playing some Legacy Friday Night Magic, and we have a full house today. There's a pretty good chance there's 100 people in the room.
60 players
close
playing
to it.
Modern. Like 66 players playing Modern?
60 plus 60 players. This isn't a PPTQ. There's 60 players just playing Friday Night Magic.
And then you have 10 in Standard.
Is our D&T... So, Death and Taxes, Lost Mystery. Trace here was our 4-0 from Tuesday. So I'm sure there is. I wouldn't be surprised if there's out of 20 players, there's a Death and Taxes player. We are done with round 2, but we still have 10 minutes left in the round.
So I learned something during my 4-0.
What's that?
You almost never put a Sanctum Prelate on 6. Just always put it on 1. Always put it on 1.
Why did you put it on 6?
Just I want to protect my board from Terminus, but then he just swords it. And it's like, oh yeah.
Did we post the list that Trace was using? Nope, we did not. We haven't been posting lists for a while. Where did you get your list from?
I just kind of hodgepodged it from this online.
Okay. You just took a couple lists from online and took what you wanted?
Yeah.
More Squee Chain. I don't think Nate is here today playing Squee Chain, unfortunately.
That deck seems sweet. I want to see it play.
Yeah, it is kind of sweet. There's some fun stuff happening in it.
And I'll have to get my list together. My list... So, the core of Death and Taxes is very similar, unless you're doing the red version. But, if you're doing mono white, the core is very similar. You very rarely want to deviate from the plan. I do have an Elspeth, 4-mana Elspeth in the sideboard, which is pretty spicy. Helps you race.
And you liked it?
Yeah. It's so much fun, +1, giving Marine Crusader +3/+3 flying, just swinging for 10.
That's pretty good.
I haven't looked too much on online lists. Ooh. Johnny Vengeant.
Yeah.
I remember that card in Standard. That guy was a house.
So, unfortunately, we have a little bit of wait. Let's jump back to what we were looking at. Some deck lists, because we have a little bit of wait. I don't like to... You guys don't want to look at us. You'd rather look at Magic cards, right?
I'd rather do that.
So, right before we started, I was just looking at This Week in Legacy from Goldfish. They've got some new GP Birmingham lists up. And let's take a look. We looked at the top 2. We looked at Mono Red Prison. And we looked at Steel Stompy. So let's look at Dredge is Dredge. Okay. We don't want to look at Dredge. There's nothing we really care about there. Let's look at this Grixis Kess list. This maybe is what we just saw Calvin playing. We just never saw the Kesses. So
2 Kess.
It looks like it looks like this. I like this list quite a bit. It's fun. How about that? I don't know that it's better. There was a lot of discussion about Kess early on. Obviously, it's seen some play, right? We've heard about people playing with this only in foil card that is unfortunately curled because it was in the Commander deck. And so there's a rule where you can proxy, if you go to the head judge at GPs, you can proxy exactly these cards from Commander. This and what was what's the card that Kai was playing on one of the red-black guy?
Red-black.
Duretti.
Yeah.
Iconoclast, same thing.
Okay.
So this list uses 2 Kess. When I tried it out, I was only running 1, and it was fun. It's a fun card to play. When you get it out, if it lives, you're probably winning.
Smashy.
But the same can usually be said of Jace.
Yeah.
And it's kind of taking the spot of Jace. It's curious, right?
Yeah.
There's some other weird things here. These 4 preordains instead of ponders. I guess to each their own. This is a list that did well, right? And it what, 6th place at a GP. So there's got to be something to preordain over Ponder. Almost every other list I've ever seen is running Ponders here. And then you got these 2 K commands, 2 Fatal Push, 3 Snapcasters, and 1 of Search is kind of interesting. When you get into the sideboard, this Chandra is often in a lot of these Grixis control lists, and it's really good against like a Miracles. If you land this thing, it's great.
I just don't see how Kess is better than Jace or Chandra.
Do we have any advice for you to prepare for GP Vegas? If I was going to a GP for the first time, and hopefully you're playing a deck that you know pretty well, I would have a sideboard guide with you typed out, so that in between matches you can pull it out and you know what cards you're plussing and minusing versus elves and versus miracles and versus. I like having that surety so that you're not second guessing yourself in the middle of a match.
Exactly. Because
most of those decks are pretty clearly defined. There's definitely going to be rogue decks, but usually you want a pretty good idea of what you're sideboarding, and then it just takes out some of the thinking that goes on during a GP. Because there's enough already, especially if you're playing a challenging deck. That's one of the few things that I really like having for a GP.
Just a plain index card, like super easy.
Yeah, prepared. Even a full sheet of paper. You can't have it out during the match, but in between matches you can pull it out and take a look at it.
Okay. Yeah, something I'd recommend is just go to have fun. Don't try to day 2. Like if you try to day 2, you won't have fun. Unless you're like a pro, you can do that. But
all right, let's jump back. So as you can see, I'm just scrolling down past Dredge. We got Grixis Cast, and then some cards from the top 16. A Bant Deathblade list, a check pile list, of course, some Grixis Delvers, and a Food Chain. Food Chain. Looks like a Food Chain.
This is Brian's deck.
This is, I think,
Brian's baby.
Almost exactly Brian's deck.
Yeah, I don't think he plays Mendelian Click though, does he?
He has recently, at least one. One sec.
Yeah. I really like the Food Chain deck.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this deck here. I know this deck pretty well from the other side of it, playing against it. And there's a lot of fun stuff here. I don't think he plays with these Carpet of Flowers in the sideboard. For a while, he had Leovold Main. Okay. One, yeah. So this sideboard's a little different. But Emrakul is okay. I would say Emrakul's not played anymore at all, except there was a Food Chain list that just recently did well that was playing Emrakul. So, and it wasn't even playing the search guy that I always forgot, the little green
Fierce Empath.
Empath, yeah. This is like 90% of Food Chain lists though. Is Walking Ballista is really strong. Yeah. Kyre's here. Come on in. Come on in. How was we'll jump back away from deck lists. How was that helm finish?
Oh, sweet.
We were a little worried for you because we didn't see your misdirection in hand. So we were
really?
going, why didn't you play the Chalice first? He forces that, then you transmute.
Yeah, so I didn't. Okay, so like he's not going to force a Chalice on 0.
But I think you had enough. You had 5 mana, right?
So I have to have exactly 5 mana to get Helm out and to activate it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. He had a K command in hand too. I had to do it all in one turn.
Okay.
Like he revealed his hand at the end of the game, and I was like, yeah. So
you need 2 for transmute, and then 1.
No. So transmute. You cast it, and then upon resolution, you sacrifice an artifact.
Yeah.
And then you pay the difference in the sacrifice artifact to the artifact you're going to go
those
get.
antiquities things. So you did need all the mana for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to pay 2. I had to pay 2 extra to go get the helm, and then I needed to still have 1 mana to go kill.
Yeah, of course.
So that was a really, really interesting match. It was a lot of fun though. Like I got creamed by Tezzeret round 1.
the mirror.
Yeah, Tezzeret mirror. Like he had turn 2 and turn 3 Tezzerets in games 1 and 2, and I
didn't.
Focused a lot. Like
that would do it.
Find mana, so I just kind of fell apart. But it's been a lot of fun so far. Like I did some like test games afterwards, and I got like the new Karn out, And like seriously, I like minus with Karn and get like a 5/5, and then the next turn I like play another artifact and minus again and like attack for a 7. It was like, oh my god, really
Good. That's
what's up, chat?
as soon as you can start having fun in Legacy, right?
Or
Then
as soon as you can start actually playing Legacy again.
it's-
Ugh. It's been delightful. Two rounds is more than I played in like over a month. So
We got MC and Lost Mystery. Jay Winner's in here. MG Flory was in here earlier, and we had somebody new.
what?
Killing Form
Killing Form.
Awesome.
jumped in and
I
said,
love it when new people
asked a
are hanging out.
question. If any of you guys are the blue team, I don't think I've seen the blue team either.
That's definitely seen.
Oh, okay. If any of you guys are
Come on.
new and you want, give us a follow. That way you can see when we go live. We're here Tuesday nights and Friday nights doing Paper Legacy just like this.
So you're gonna love this.
I'm ready.
There are 2 Nyx Fit
Okay.
decks in the room.
Uh-huh.
2 Nyx Fit.
Les is playing Nick's Fit.
and my brother.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And then there are 3 Tesserator decks.
3 Tesla.
3.
It's amazing how it changes
Me.
not only week to week, but even just Tuesday to Friday.
Yeah. So yeah, Les and Riley are playing Nyx Fit, and then me, Remy, and David are all
Are all
playing
On
Tezzeret.
Tess. And Remy's probably playing a different
A little bit.
Tez.
Did you guys get to watch any of the Nyx Fit on camera?
Just a moment of it?
Just a moment. You guys featured our match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did I mess up? Like everywhere?
No,
Eh,
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. And man, that game 1, I just don't know about that game.
I mean,
man.
there was a play where you put down a soul land when you could have played a land from your graveyard instead.
yeah,
but
they
that,
exiled it. It didn't matter.
yeah,
it was not the game I
exactly,
flooded out and just died. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it didn't matter at all.
I
You
had
were
like
on
a
the bench.
billion lands in hand, so I didn't really care.
We've had a Soldier Stompy player in our store. He's not been on it
Yeah,
for a while.
he's
though.
here, but he's on something else today.
Yeah. Yep.
He hasn't played it in a minute, actually.
Only $86 for Academy Rectors, huh?
That's actually like low. I swear, last time I checked, they were like 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be. It's gonna keep going up.
Yeah.
I've seen worse. I've had better.
Anyone playing lands? Yeah, Paul's definitely on
Yep,
lands.
we have
And
a
guess,
lands
guess what? He lost to Les round 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah,
to
Nyx
Nixfit.
Fit. He lost to Nyx
It's a
Fit.
great matchup.
Yeah.
When Nixfit is great against
Yeah.
lands. I don't think we have Death Shadow, but
I
we
don't
have
think
21
so.
players, so it's possible.
Yeah, like, good
I
showing
know.
tonight.
I know there's one person who plays mine a lot. He just recently started playing Legacy. He plays Death Shadow.
Yeah, it's like one of the decks that you can play like as a more affordable option because it doesn't need duels.
Yeah, you want a couple.
You like if you're playing like a blue black Death Shadow list, you really should have at least one underground.
Yep.
You don't always want to fetch and shock.
Yeah.
Like there are moments where you want to fetch and shock, but usually no.
Do you think red Death and Taxes is still as good as the mono white version? You're now an expert, as you 4-0'd, so
Yeah.
your opinion is obviously more important than anyone
And
else's.
you had to beat Merfolk in the finals.
I'm barely dabbling into the Legacy format, so I have no idea. I really do want to try the red version though, because Magus of the Moon seems really sweet. The only sad part is it turns off your wastelands too, and like I love wastelands so much.
Yeah.
Usually, if you get a Magus out and it survives, you win.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
I'd say majority of the time, yeah. People have to kill it.
Yep. And then your wastelands are good again. But
And like, I just don't want to fork out the money for the plateaus yet.
those really expensive non-blue duels.
He's working on it. He's like a couple cards off of finishing the Death and Taxes list. Once that's done, then he can probably think about red white.
It's only as good as your Magus. So, what other red cards does the red deck play?
It's been messing with the new 2/1 first strike from like Ixalan
Yeah.
or Rivals or
Yep.
whatever. You know the like reverse Snapcaster Mage where you can
The
like
Oh, like, yeah.
Because you get to use their Fatal
Scoutcaster
Push or use their Brainstorm.
I don't think main deck it really runs anything besides Magus, does it?
I don't know. I don't even know if it has
Oh,
a
P and
Magus.
Q.
Oh, P and
Yeah,
Q.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dire Fleet.
Dire
Right.
Fleet.
Yeah, I forgot about
P is kind of hard though to hit, right? That's double red.
After Magus, though, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need multiple. How many
'Cause-
plateaus do you typically run then? You probably run quite a few. And you need fetch lands.
You probably play more caverns because it seems like this deck is more human central.
There you go.
You don't run Dire Fleet.
Yeah, Dire Fleet seems cute. Like when it works, it'd be fun and strong.
It's not so good when you don't have a cavern because it doesn't have flash.
Right. So time is obviously up in our round. We should have round 3 for you guys here pretty soon.
I always thought it had flash.
Yeah, I'll probably head out. Thanks for letting me sit in here for a minute.
Absolutely.
It's so busy out there. It's so loud.
If you wouldn't mind getting me a soda,
I can't do
I'll
it.
let you.
Dude, I wouldn't even mind.
I
might
will.
even come visit again.
Just to do would be great.
Do you need anything as well?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, Vials can sneak them in. If you didn't even have to take up to 4.
See, it was just 2 tournaments ago. This is how like I'm still a noob. 2 tournaments ago, I was setting up my Ether Vials. Like, who does that? I was setting up my Ether Vials, like playing against a control deck. Like, I want more creatures, right?
Yeah, who cares if they can be countered when Vials make them uncounterable? I like it. That's great.
But I'm starting to get used to the deck. I love it. I'll have to try the red deck sometime. I really want to. I want to try a Johnny too. I really like that idea. It seems sweet in Legacy.
So, did you see that today was announcement day? Did you watch the announcement video?
Yes.
Did anybody in chat besides Jorgensen watch the announcement video? we were discussing it earlier on our Discord. If you guys want, if you haven't, we have a Discord just for people in our stream, really, and we just chat about Magic in there and streaming things. The announcement video was high quality production. It may have been as good as what we're doing right now. There was a lot of laughing. I would probably not watch it if I were you.
Yeah, Goldfish's video was more quality.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad. Here I'm watching this, like they've consolidated their announcements into like these like major things. The link to Discord, you just do this thing. Hopefully this will work.
It's like you gotta be.
Tell me if that works. But man, like they've consolidated their announcements to these like big events, right? And they had something that looked like a production. They had 3 senior members of blah blah blah, and they had moderators, and they were discussing it, and they just like laughed at their own excitement, and it felt so forced and so bad.
Yeah.
There we go. Just joined the server. Success. You can hear my bad puns before I think of them. That's where I try them out and fail. So anyway, all they really said was Return to Ravnica. The one little spicy tidbit, I guess, was that there was going to be 3 sets.
3 sets. Yeah, 3 sets again.
Which they just told us that was a bad idea and they never want to do that. And we decided, that it obviously is because Dragon Maze was such a just a rousing success that they wanted to do that again. Yeah, going back to Ravnica, return to Ravnica. Again. Yeah, they didn't really elaborate on that at all. They just said that the first set will be XYZ. Half of the guilds, and then the second set would be the other half of the guilds, and then there was going to be a third set.
They haven't announced the name, so I wonder if that's going to be like. I wonder if it's like Rise of the Eldrazi, because if you give that name out too soon, it's like, what in the world is this? Like, what does this mean?
They're independent sets and draft formats. Interesting. All right, so here we are. We've got players. We've got Tony versus Terry and Shay versus Max.
Okay.
All right. We got players sitting down. I'm going to get their names on there, and then we will show you some magic. Tony is on...
Into the guilds.
I believe Tony's on Turbo Depths.
So, one of the interesting things I heard about the Ravnica block was that it's going to be the end of the what's it called? The Planeswalker Avengers, the Gatewatch.
The end of the Gatewatch. Does the Gatewatch die and Jace is forever dead?
I mean, they're playing against Nicol Bolas, so maybe.
I'm not sure what Max is on. And
I think
Shay-
Karn. Yeah, Karn wants to go back and destroy Phyrexia. But knowing Karn, he'll just mess it up again. Instead of like blowing up Phyrexia, he'll just open a portal where like Phyrexians can go everywhere and just mess up every plane.
Glissa turned into a planeswalker.
I want to see Glissa turn into a planeswalker. I also want to see Elish Norn as a planeswalker. I think Elish Norn would make a sweet planeswalker.
Whoops, what did I do? I messed up.
Nice MC. I like that. Avengers reference. Hashtag spoilers. If you haven't seen that movie yet, go see it.
What did I do? What did I do?
Uh-oh.
Changed all the names. How did I do that? Okay, here we go. We don't have Shay here. We've got Terry here. I apologize.
I just have all the gems.
It's been a while since I've been in this seat. Okay,
Yeah.
there's Terry.
I think Shieldred and Urabrask are dead, but like Vorinclex. Jinkataxius is off the plane, so I wonder like what's going to go on there. Or I think Jinkataxius is just gone.
Turbo Depths, Terry. There we go. Names are correct. Woof. Sorry about that. And they're going to get started on our other match. We've got Max. Don't you guys love hearing that click of those keys? It makes me feel like I'm doing something over here.
They probably listen to that more than our voices.
Clickety click click. I just do it even when I'm not.
Oh yeah, I think Gets is still alive too. He'd be a sweet planeswalker.
All right, we got a time. 3. We're gonna go to.
I'm surprised they haven't done more with Phyrexia. Like they've done so much with Eldrazi, and like everyone's sick of Eldrazi. Why not like bring Phyrexians back? Koth, didn't Koth die, or was it just Venzer? I don't know like any of the story. I wish I knew more Magic's lore because it seems so interesting.
All right, Magic being played. Look at this. Tony wins the die roll. He starts off with the Verdant Catacombs and just passes the turn.
Interesting.
Venzer died. Everybody can come back. It's all right. Nobody's dead forever.
It's true. So my guess with Venzer is that Karn. Someday Karn is gonna think about Venzer. He's gonna cry, and like a tear is gonna fall onto the ground, and Venzer's just gonna pop out of the ground where the tear fell. That's what I feel like wizards would do.
I think they should just bring back the dead planeswalkers and no explanation. Even better.
Yeah, I want to see Elspeth back, but tuberculosis.
I'm not sure about that. All right, turn 2 for Tony. He's going to play another Verdant Catacombs. And just what he wanted. All of the lands that don't win the game. It's going to go to 18. Fetch away.
I thought Jace was gone.
Jace is never gone. Jace is never going to go.
Hopefully...
Jace is like the spearheaded, most known entity in Magic.
Exactly.
They'll just turn him into a pirate. He just needs to not be boring.
Yeah.
Party Jace! He's fun Jace. Ooh, here's an Inquisition of Kozilek. And it is going to...
Different results.
Jace, the fun planeswalker.
She's like, I don't care, I'm the living guild pact. I can do whatever I want.
Jace, I actually remember who I am, planeswalker.
I feel like that was such a cop out when like Chase gets his memory wiped and then just all of a sudden is back. Like, meh.
All right, so instead of brainstorming in response,
he just lets it go.
Terry's just going to let it go. He's got Ponder, Wasteland. Middle card is a Ponder as well, right?
I'm not sure about that.
And then Brainstorm, Volcanic Underground, and a Gurmag Angler.
I kind of hope it's a Stifle. No, it's a Stifle.
It's very shiny.
I think Johnny is from Naya.
He didn't spread
Last
it out
mystery.
at all.
Crap.
Wouldn't that be great if they made a Tibalt and it was like the best Planeswalker they'd ever printed?
Yeah.
It's like a 2-mana just bust. Oh, it's a Spell Pierce. So he could have Spell Pierced
Oh.
there. I
Spell Pierce.
I guess you keep the Spell Pierce to hit a crop rotation or something more important than the Inquisition. Interesting.
Exactly. One drop Tibalt.
The Wasteland in hand is pretty nice too. All right, so we've got a scrying, crop rotation, a Hex Mage, another crop rotation, and another card I can't see in Tony's hand. All right, scrying number 1 of the Sylvan kind. It's going to eat the Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Tony's got more. He's not worried.
Hmm.
He can just keep going.
So is this a bad matchup for Delver? Seems like it. Is it pretty even?
Yeah, it's not great for sure. It has a lot of answers in the main deck though. It's got Wasteland and it's got enough counter magic that it can deal with stuff. But Turbo Depths goes faster,
Okay.
right? And Turbo Depths is really redundant, so I don't like it. But I don't like Turbo Depths or lands versus Grixis Delver.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just too many ways. You know, you counter the scrying or you counter the crop rotation, and then he just goes, "Oh look, I top decked my land and my Dark Depths, and I have a Hex Mage in hand, and I won."
And
It's just
you gotta
very
have the
very
Wasteland.
redundant. Yeah, you just don't have quite enough answers.
Okay.
It's nice when you get a Delver out really quick,
Hmm.
and you're putting pressure on that way. But then maybe your answers keep up long enough that you're dealing enough damage that it works.
Makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say this probably isn't a great position here, just because he only has answers right now. So like, the Lance player could just keep drawing threats, and Terry has to keep answering them, but
Yep.
he's not changing the lethal.
Right. Yeah, and that's true about any Grixis Delver matchup, right? You want to have pressure. So I think he's going to get a Grimag Angler out here pretty quick, and then he's got a clock.
That'll do it. Ooh.
Yep, Wasteland eating a land. Delver. Okay.
Yeah, the Lance player isn't getting land, so I think that Wasteland's fine. Like, if he did have more lands, I would probably save the Wasteland, but firing it off seems okay. Ooh.
All right, here's some scrying.
So just go get Dark Depths, right?
Yeah. You've got a Hex Mage in hand, but you can't cast it. And you're just going to go for the win this way.
Mm-hmm.
Merit Lage is greater than Delver of Secrets. Are you sure? I mean, it's larger in size, but is it in converted mana cost? No, it's not.
Nope. Well, Merit Lage is 0 converted mana cost,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah, it's smaller. It's not. You bounce it, it goes away forever. You bounce a Delver, it just goes back to your hand. Comes back again.
And you're not as sad when your Delver gets Diabolic Edicted or Liliana the Veiled.
All right, there's a Grimag Angler. So Terry's got. He's not completely dead yet.
Yeah.
He might get there.
This is a good spot because it's a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, like Tony can't put out the Dark Depths and activate it this next turn, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jorgensen, we're talking about Turbo Depths here. There's no gamble in this deck. All right? All right. So let's see how this plays out. This will be kind of interesting. Here's a Duress. Duress is going to what? I think he wants this lightning bolt, so I think you just bolt.
Yeah.
Bolt to the face. Let's see, that'd put him at 12. Then he'd be taking 8 damage.
Down to 4.
Down to 4, and then he could attack. And Terry would have his blocker, and so he'd have lethal.
Yeah.
It creates a more interesting situation than dead, right?
Exactly.
Ooh,
Oh, he's gonna
let's him pick.
let it go.
Okay. Tony is only playing half of Legacy's best deck.
What's the other half?
Takes the Spell Pierce. Okay. Oh, here's a crop rotation.
Ooh. So what is
All right.
this?
What is the land that you get if you're playing Turbo Depths?
Is this just
Just get an
Glitcher
Urborg? Or did he already?
Is that? Oh, he hit. Oh, he. The other land is Urborg.
Oh, okay.
So this is Dark Depths
He
now.
played it. He played. Went and got a Dark Depths.
Okay.
Here's a 2020, and Terry says, "I'm done. You got me." All right, they're gonna shuffle up. We're gonna look at our other match. They are also shuffling up. Don't even get to know what they're playing.
The beautiful playmat.
Looks like Max is on Burnt, and Shay often is on Storm.
Should be interesting. Just see who was faster.
Yeah, I didn't see the Urborg come down ever, so I didn't realize that.
It looked.
That was
It looked a
either
lot
line.
like Dark Depths. Maybe that was the land he.
Yep. You go from hey, I'm not doing anything to oh, I won, just like that. Just like that. Yeah, I think Turbo Depths might be the best deck in Legacy.
Okay.
I really like Grixis myself, Grixis Control and Grixis Delver. I think Miracles with some combination of Terminus and other blue-white cards is a really strong deck. It's certainly right there. But I think Turbo Depths, between its redundancy, its difficulty to pick apart, and its ability to just steal games, I think it's better than a lot of other decks. It's fast enough to go up against Show and Tell and Storm, whereas Lands, I think, struggles against those matchups quite a bit, even though Lands has a really good matchup against the Grixis decks and stuff.
And that's also the cool thing. Like, there are enough really strong decks that you can play based on your playstyle.
Oh yeah,
I feel like for each playstyle, there's like a decent deck for that playstyle.
I also like that Turbo Depths is a challenge to play. There's some lines that are not immediately clear, and you have to kind of figure them out.
I'm still trying to. I haven't played against lands much. It's a lot of fun to play against with like Death and Taxes. It's just a little bit easier, but
yeah, you have some built-in cards that let you win.
You really have to make sure you're like always watching out for crop rotation, because in a second you could just lose to a crop.
Yay, crop rotation! 1 mana tutors that put things right into play.
Like 1 mana instant speed demonic tutor. Like what's better than that?
Pack foils are like $300.
Deal.
All right, both of our matches are in the post-game 1 sideboarding shuffling phase, which is one of the things we feature here at Paragon City Games. We like to show you this amazing shuffling.
Things have gone slow. Let's add a little color commentary. So we have some of the black sleeves on your left.
That's something I do.
And then you have the blue sleeves. And it's complemented nicely by the light blue of the birds on the Days playmat. I like that. The Days playmat looks so beautiful. I think that's the best art on an Invocation in my opinion.
I like that one a lot. I like the Thoughtseize as well. Should I cook dinner or stay here and be mean to Bryce? See, what you do, QC, is you bring your phone with you while you're cooking dinner, and then you can do both.
Yeah, it's easy.
I like how you said what the dinner was going to be, as if that was relevant to the decision-making process. That's great.
So we know Bryce is over chili con carne, but what food goes over Bryce?
Oh, yeah. We in the Magic world like lists and rankings.
Or is it just like an alphabetical thing? Because like Bryce, chili con carne, yeah, the B and C.
If it's chili, it's relevant. I like it.
Peanut butter sandwich.
Man, we got the lots of pile shuffling going on.
Holy crap! I've never seen this before.
If you make 60 piles,
Yep.
then
You only have to make one. One
Goodness.
round.
These guys are not going to get done shuffling before our other match. We're just going to jump back to our other match here.
Yeah.
This shuffling looks more fun than whatever that was. If you see chili, you eat the entire pot. You should never go to one of those chili cookout tournament things then, because there's a lot of pots of chili.
Probably get
And
sick.
they'd be mad. Chili is always the right choice. See, chat disagrees with you, QC. Some of these people are new to chat, Captain QC, and I don't think they fully understand the depth of what you're saying about choosing between me, personally, and dinner.
Hey, QC, just go make your chili while these guys are shuffling. Like, you have plenty of time.
All right. Game number 2, round 3. Terry's going to be on the play. He's looking at his opening hand, and he likes what he sees.
Turn 0 to Taxium Probe. There's like nothing scarier to see than that.
Whoa, so Tony is playing a different list than I thought he was. He's playing the Slow Depths version of Turbo Depths that has
Oh, Dark Confidant.
Bobs and Deathrite Shamans in it.
So what's the aim of this deck? Is it just Bob to get so many cards that you can just
Yeah, you
go crazy?
you get a little bit of weird like card advantage. It's interesting. Some of those may have come out of the sideboard. I didn't know he was playing this list.
Yeah.
It's different. It's not as fast. Oxymoron depths. Interesting. I like it.
M Sauce is gonna go for some ribs.
Smoke some ribs.
Ins-
That might take a little while.
Yeah. So you just put them on, come back in, watch for a bit.
All I got is ramen.
Nothing wrong with ramen.
All right, we've got the turn 1 Delver. If Terry probably did not see a Cabal Therapy in his opening hand, otherwise he probably would have used it right there.
Yeah.
Tony's deciding what his turn 1's going to be here.
So we're gonna see
He's going for the Deathrite Shaman.
There, Chummy.
Delver on one side, Deathrite Shaman on the other side. That's never happened before in Legacy. Chat.
Every time.
All right, here comes some 3 damage beats.
I think I'd rather have the Deathrite Shaman over the Delver.
That's incorrect, but
That's
okay.
incorrect.
I mean, you can want that. You can say.
I mean, I just don't like blue, so just kidding. I love blue.
So you're one of those people that like a bug lands on your shoulder and you look over and it startles you and you like flick it off and then it feels like it's on you somewhere. You just got to get it off.
Exactly.
So you don't like insects.
Like I just moths are out to kill me. I have like my natural enemy is a moth. So
What is up with you people and food? Now I'm hungry. I think I'm going to prepare an unforgettable luncheon tomorrow. MC, what defines an unforgettable luncheon? Like,
chili
isn't the whole
penne,
point of a luncheon that they're pretty forgettable?
ribs and ramen?
I guess if it's a weekend and you're talking like that's not a luncheon. That's like a Saturday barbecue, right?
That's true.
That's an event.
Oh, to make it unforgettable, you just gotta like just propose to someone.
Steamed clams. That's absolutely not what I would have anticipated you saying.
Nope.
You can't prepare clams. See? Doesn't even make sense. I'd forget about it. Oh.
We're gonna see Dark Confidant
Okay.
come out from
There's Bob. There he is.
Tony's hand.
We should figure out a way to get Deathrite Shaman to be named Steve. I think that should be a thing.
Isn't Steve soccer tribe builder?
Yeah, that's true. That doesn't work. You're right. Hey, he's following through all of that. So that's I'm impressed with that. Like, yeah, you hear us going off about whatever that whole thing was, and you're like, these guys, I'm gonna follow them. I'd
A
like to
mix of,
come
like,
back for more of this.
food and bugs and
That's impressive right there. All right. Bob comes down. Terry untaps. Tony over here on Turbo Glare.
Ah.
I apologize for that. It's entirely Trace's fault. Yeah, Steve's
Yeah.
already a card. You're right. You're right. All right. Death right. No, not Death right. Delver is attacking for 3.
it's killing it.
On the Turbo Glare. That is a Ghost Quarter that he has in play for you folks at home that are being glared out. In his hand, he's got a Surgical Extraction, a Sylvan Safekeeper, and a card.
Huh.
And 2 cards that I don't know what they are because they're upside down.
It's probably just, you know how when you take acetone and just wipe a foil?
That's a
down
crop
to the-
rotation. Crop rotation is what it is.
Okay.
Young Pyromancer.
Huh. That'll help against the Confidant in a way.
You know what? Because all these these Grixis Delver decks have been running around everywhere, and some of them have even been playing 4 Young Pyromancers. You know what people are saying about him now?
Huh.
It's getting old.
It's getting old.
Yeah.
We need a new 2-drop.
No, he's no longer a young Pyromancer.
Oh.
He's getting well. Yeah.
See, that was so bad I didn't even get it.
Which makes it good. High five, Jorgensen. Captain QC, just remember, you could have been making chili con carne, but you stayed for that. Pithing Needle. Leyline of the Void? Is that what that was? Ceremonial.
I can't punch someone. See, it's like when Deadpool tried to punch Juggernaut and just like just broke his
I'm
hand.
regretting of it every second. I feel like I'm succeeding then. We should rename the chat to Success Chat. But I think I already did that. I got Jorgensen to do it. Well, I didn't do it. He just did it on his own. He told a pun in chat or in our Discord. All right. This is the Safekeeper, right? It's just the old art, the
yeah.
Judgment art of it.
Isn't that an invitational card too?
I don't think so.
I think it is. I want to say it is. I think it was like one of the earlier ones.
Let's find out. We have the Google.
Ooh, Fighting Needle. Spell Pierce so fast to respond to the Fighting Needle.
They really should keep doing the invitational cards somehow. We've got Sylvan Safekeeper, 1997. Wow, you were right. It was the first one.
Holly Raid.
I didn't know that. I thought Avalanche Riders was. Wasn't it? So it was the first one, but it didn't get printed forever, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's what happened.
interesting.
It was the greatest pun of all time. All right, here's an attack. Young Pyromancer is getting in there. He's taken on that Sylvan Safekeeper. Come at me, he says. Yeah, and he's gonna. Yeah, he likes that.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I would take that trade too.
Yeah, that
Young
seems pretty-
Pyromancer is just
pretty clear.
too crazy to leave on the board.
I guess Terry wanted something in his graveyard here.
Oh, okay.
To put out a 5/5.
Huh. Yeah.
And leave up some manas. All right, here we go. Tony's at 8. Terry's playing from a game behind. He needs this win. And we got. Did we have a Bob trigger there and I just didn't I missed it? Or did he skip the Bob trigger?
Maybe you missed it.
He forgot to reveal, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's too late.
So, I wonder what the Pathing Needle is naming. Could be Wasteland. Could be. Although, do you care about Wasteland here in this position? Like.
Yeah, you still do.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Okay, so now he's remembering his Bob trigger, and they're going to discuss.
Yeah, no, that's no. It already hit your hand.
Oh dear.
Terry must be that confident. Like the extra card doesn't matter.
Okay, that's not how that works. Terry says, "Ah, yeah, you can draw an extra card. It's okay. I'm not worried."
Did he shuffle? Huh.
All right. Here's an attack.
Leaving back the
Yeah. Good thing Tony got a free blocker there. I'd be like, nope. Yeah, you don't get to just say, this is the card that I drew.
Especially if your opponent's like shuffling their hand.
Yeah, he's saying that the card that he would have revealed was the land, I guess.
Thespian stage.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still looks like a good spot for Terry though.
Yeah, Tony's going to be able to gain a little bit of life. There's 2 creatures in his graveyard. So he's at a net 9 right now. Yeah.
That's in the turn on the clock. Well, besides the elemental, but
all right, Tony is going to crop rotation here. I think that's going to get Force of Willed.
Hey.
Yeah, there's a little bit of difference when we're not. Oh, he's just going to scoop up. Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
You just didn't have the answer.
Maybe he didn't have a blue card to pitch. There we go. So Tony gets that 2-0. It seems like he would have had it regardless of that interaction, but
yeah.
Here we go. Oh, our other match is over. We've got 20 minutes, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out and see if I can find a match to put on camera. Because I bet you there's somebody that's in game 2 right now and has plenty of time to move over. And if nobody does, then that's what happens. So, I'm going to leave you here with Trace for a minute.
Let's chat.
See if I can find some people to play some Magic for us.
Yeah, it really looked like Terry was in a comfortable position. It just when they have the crop rotation, it's the way around it. Hey QC, can I have some of that chili? Yeah, this is the new Paragon City Games t-shirt. Luck, skill, death rate. There are 3 ways to play Legacy. You can only have one. Either luck, skill, or death rate. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of a tricky situation. Like, because he already had the card in his hand. Like, you just kind of have to count on the player to be honest. Like, oh yeah, this is the card I would have revealed off the Dark Confidant. We don't have to be that mean to Bryce. Some of the puns are alright. In fact, I have some puns myself. Like, puns are a lot of fun. So yeah, lots of Death Right always wins. Most plus a card in Legacy. I can agree with that. Just so bracey. So it's it's always about the puns, but never about the puns. Isn't like so? If you look it up in the dictionary, like you go to the dictionary, you look up the word pun, and you see Bryce. But if you look up the word Bryce, you see pun. So that's what I thought. That's what I assumed. That's right. Lost the Legacy GP last weekend. That's true. Monored Prison. That was sweet. I really enjoyed watching that deck.
All right, I got magic to show you guys. I unfortunately wasn't able to get anybody new, sort of.
We were just
But
trash talking.
Did get. I got Kyre.
We're going back to Tezzy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So Kyre is here on your right. I'll get his name changed. These guys are jumping into game 2. They had a long game 1.
Huh.
We got to watch more Tez, and Kyre got game 1. So these guys are in round 3, game 2. He's playing against Jeff, and Jeff is playing Poor Color.
Okay.
Is the match a replay of losing Bryce? Because that would be lovely. Hey. Yeah, it would.
So that's the thing about Legacy. You have someone who's not as skilled as I am, and I can just 4-0, and then we have someone who's more skilled like Bryce, but he just always loses out.
I haven't been on camera in a while because I keep losing round 1. Because I keep getting paired against the burn player, or and then I 3-1. That's a good time. I think 2 weeks in a row I got paired against burn game 1.
Okay, that sucks.
The Goblin Games playmat is so sweet.
I like it.
He's shooting like a ballista at a goblin with an apple on its head. That's great.
Okay.
All right.
Whoever moved the life counter, thank you.
Yeah, that's Kyre.
Oh.
Right? He knows what he's doing.
Oh, Kyre's like a pro at this. Like,
yeah,
it's perfect.
It's like he knows where things are. That's right, Jorgensen. It's true. And I've found that the losers bracket is easier. So I'm like, I got this game, but I concede. It works. It works.
Because like every round,
I top 8 every time.
You're gonna play against someone easier. Because no one good loses.
It's about efficiency. Who wants to play difficult matchups?
I mean, that's how you do it at a Grand Prix, right? You lose your first 2 rounds on purpose.
Yeah.
And then that way your climb up is a little bit easier.
It's a lot easier. Your tiebreakers are horrible. It's good. It's good magic planning. All right. So we're going to give these guys a little time extension. So they have about 20-ish minutes.
Okay.
To finish.
Like 5.5.
Yep. 5 minutes.
Yes, Jesse, Kyre's playing Tez. Finally. It's been like 6 years in the making. Seriously. He was so excited to get his mail and just open it and see transmute like Wait until all the good players figure that out, and then all the bad players are in the winners bracket. See, that's when you switch it up again. So it's like it's just back and forth all the time.
Transmute with an exclamation point. There it is.
Transmute artifact.
Yeah, I was forgetting about having to pay the difference in cost. That part of it.
Yeah, I didn't think. I thought it was just like what's the card? Reshape. I was thinking reshape. It's like 2 blue X and just switch out 2 artifacts. Like
right, but you have to pay
with
X.
convert mana cost. Yeah.
You thought Jund was in his DNA. Jund was the deck he had. This is the deck had wanted to build for quite a while.
So it's not so much Jund, it's more attrition, or like grindy, dirtily, do nothing decks.
There's a sort of the meek, which is fun to say.
Sort of the meek.
That's all I got. It's a dumb card that was like $1, and suddenly overnight it jumped up to $15.
Oh hey, there's a way we can use this.
This combo that was banned in Modern.
Jund is his DNA. See, there's nothing Kyrie loves more than junding him out than doing nothing. Kyrie loves doing nothing.
I don't know.
Best.
There's other decks that do nothing a lot more than the decks he plays.
Yeah.
This deck does things.
It's true. But, like, I don't know. Tezzeret pretty much does nothing. Like,
It can do nothing, and that's when it loses. when it gets to do nothing. All right, 3 mana. 3 mana from Tez says Crucible of the Worlds.
still nothing going on.
No, that's actually pretty great. He gets his Ancient Tomb back
Does not have chains,
next turn.
which is unfortunate because that card is sweet.
Oh, there's a K command. So he doesn't get anything back. Because Deathred Shaman ate the tomb. That's kind of a play, right? Eating the soul land with the Mox Diamond instead of I guess can't Pyroblast that Crucible. you can K command it. But K commanding eating a Crucible instead of sword might work.
Definitely hurts. Yeah, chains is just
Yeah, several. Well, what's weird is Chains is played in what 1-2 decks. How about the Abyss that is played in a half of a deck and is the same price? I think they're both in the $500 range now, right? Or is Chains higher now?
I think chains is higher.
Yeah.
I want to say like 1,500. I heard 1,500 about one of those cards recently.
Pax, what you do there is you sell cards and then go buy your Chains. You use a middleman for your trade.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Your chances are unlikely you're going to find somebody that, I just have this Chains for trade, and I want...
No one's going to let go. Only stores will let go.
All right. Deathright eats Ancient Tomb number 2. The Kyre command was brutal. Leovold, as we discussed, might not do much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Except for, like,
the dice was nothing.
stop Padim.
Oh, Tez gets
countered.
Jeff shows that he's got another blue card in hand.
Pitching Force.
All right.
Let's just hope Kai has a follow-up, like a Karn or something.
I don't think he does. Is he playing with Karn in his deck?
Yeah, main deck. I think it's that strong.
Yeah, I'm just saying, when you encounter a situation like what you just said, where nobody has them for trade, the only way to get them is to buy them, right? And you have to end up selling cards if you don't want to pay cash. I think anything above 1,700 is good.
Yeah. It takes quite a bit to maintain that high of a score.
That means you're winning more than you're losing, for sure. If I recall. It's been a while since I've looked at the rating system, though.
I want to say, like, 1,800 was where you want it to be, but if you could stay around, like, mid 1,700s.
Yeah, you're not great at that number, but you're better than average. All right, Brainstorm being resolved on Jeff's side.
So we have Ensnaring Bridge, Kyre's side now. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that Leovold's no longer attacking. Deathright is going to be able to do some damage though over time.
Yeah, but if anything, Kyre needs time. What's going on here? Oh, it's just an end of turn. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh.
We weren't at Jeff's end of turn. Sorry, we were at Kyre's end of turn. Yeah, you have to do well to get into the 1800 on Magic Online. It's a ponder.
Yeah, it's really fun to go infinite on Magic Online. That's the only way to do it. Just draft, and if you lose, just sell stuff and then go again.
Yeah, it's neat that you can. It's not as easy as it used to be.
Yeah.
I was reading that right now, if you guys wanted to buy standard cards, if you wanted Karns yourselves, the way to do it is to buy sets on Magic Online because they're the price ratio right now. They haven't started redemption just yet, but they're about to. And so you're buying the complete set for like the price of the top 4 mythics, and you get all the other cards for free, as opposed to buying them. You're still spending, it's like what, $600 for 4 sets or something like that, or $550 or whatever. But if you wanted a play set of Karns and the history and whatever the other mythics are that are up there, the Baneslayers.
Lyra Dawnbringer.
Yeah, you just buy them online, and then as soon as redemption, if you can wait that long.
Yeah. Carrier's not playing Notion Thief. I know that. Not sure why, but I just think it was because he had a lot of 4-drops already and didn't want to cram things into that slot, make it more clunky. Because he already has Karn, Tezzeret, Kadim, Helm.
Yeah. Wayland. Lots of 4-drops.
Although Helm is in sideboard, but yeah, still.
Alright, so they're in this spot at the moment where Jeff's not going to be able to attack with anything big. The Deathrite Shaman eventually is going to deal 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 damage. Practically lethal over several turns, right?
16.
They also don't have a heck of a lot of time, though. They've got about 10 minutes, 11 minutes left. We're going to give them a little extension since I made them move. So we'll see how this plays out. Let's see if Kyer, in those, 6 turns, can come up with a game plan here.
So what does he want to find here? I guess Dr. Foundry to find?
This changes things quite a bit, right? Snapcaster on K command.
That changes the clock, yeah.
Yeah, just a wee bit. And now Leovold can attack. Kyer
now it's a
12.
3-turn clock.
Yeah, so now suddenly you're in the spot where that sword can still just instantly change things, though. So let's see how it plays out. This Baleful Strix is kind of brutal, right? It doesn't draw him a card, but he still wants to play it. He doesn't want to not play it. Yeah. It's still a 1/1 death touch. Doesn't draw him a card because of Leovold.
Is there anything Leovold doesn't do?
It doesn't. There's a few things. It almost does it all. Not quite.
Almost. Yeah. Because anything anyone is doing in Legacy is drawing a card.
He didn't tap black. He used a Deathrite Shaman somewhere in there.
Yeah.
He used a Deathrite and ate a land.
Oh wait, do you mean Kyer didn't have black?
Oh, Kyer didn't tap black?
Yeah, Kyer didn't have black. Should we go tell him?
I'd correct that, but he doesn't have anything in his hand. There's nothing for him to do here.
Yeah, it's true. Mox might as well be
not. Yeah, he's got a Mox that isn't. If it mattered at all, I'd go fix that. Thank you. Good catch. And he's looking at it, just going, I'm dead anyway. But yeah. He could have cast it. How about that? And if you're right, you're absolutely right. But when these guys are kind of short on time, I don't like interrupting games if I can help it.
That makes sense.
There's an attack for 5. Oh, you don't see lists any stock on any sites?
Huh.
I don't know about that. I would think that there'd be some bots that have opened plenty, but I don't know. Whatever I was reading made it sound like they were gettable. Maybe they're not anymore because of that article. So, Kyer scoops it up for game 3. They're going to quickly shuffle And let's see if Tez can certainly end games quickly. It's possible.
It's fishy.
You landed Tezzeret and get to start smashing with some 5/5s.
It kills in 2 turns.
I would imagine some of the bots, even if none of the sites have them. Jorgensen. But I could be wrong.
Can you buy whole sets
Uh-huh.
on Moto?
Yeah, from bots, right?
Okay.
You just, or from a website, and you put it in a shopping cart, much like you would Star City or whatever. And so you just buy a one-of set, and then when you go to trade, they'll autofill the complete set. The site's not even pulling up.
Are we in game 3 right now? Over there?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, game 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It is
This
that
website doesn't have it up, but what's the other main?
We have Jeff on a mulligan. So Kai tried to do Chalice on 1 that gets countered by Force.
Yeah, that's the thing. So
Looks like Kai has another soul hand. Build a 4-drop here. If you wanted to. Ooh, Spellskite.
if you go to Goat Bots Jorgensen, they've got a Dominaria redeemable set for $105. They're showing 1x in stock though, so maybe not. I don't know. I haven't actually gone through the motions of that to do it. Spellskite. You said that a minute ago.
Yeah. Seems interesting in this matchup.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Kyra wanted it in his sideboard. I think he said he wanted something else in that spot, but we'll see if it does work.
Yeah, $25 per set, but you only have to pay shipping once if you do it all at once. I think so. I don't remember where the article I was reading was. Maybe it was a YouTube video. I don't know. It was right around that $130, $150 mark.
Huh.
So you were pretty much just buying, because Karn is so high, you were pretty much just buying the 4 top mythics and getting the rest of the set for free.
Interesting.
But I expect that to go up as soon as Redemption starts going live.
I
don't have any standard cards to help you out. Unless you want like some bad commons or something that I have from one draft once upon a time. What 12 cards do you need? Because that you could be talking about like $300 in those 12 cards, right?
4 Blooming Mash, 4 Veil Push, 4 Walking
Those
Ballista.
should be somebody should be able to help you out.
I don't have any extra of those.
That's a foil Karn right there. That's cool.
That's gorgeous. People were like really trashing the new art on Karn.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with that. I love his holding a book, putting his hand on a globe, like Scholar Karn.
Yeah, Jorgensen, but at first I would expect if the paper prices stay high at first, I would expect the Magic Online numbers to meet that or get closer to that. And then once the sets start hitting the market later, the paper prices would come down.
But yeah.
But absolutely, if there's suddenly a flood of 4X sets on the market being sold, then yeah. Yes, there's a meme that that Karn is what's
He's
the
been naked the whole time. Oh, so his name is Karn Liberated, right?
yeah, there we go.
So liberated, no pants on, same
right,
thing.
he's liberated. we didn't know that's what that meant, but this Karn is not liberated. There we go.
Here's wanted him to put his pants on.
Thank goodness for the internet. Otherwise, we wouldn't know that immediately.
It's true.
All right. So these guys have hit time, so I'm gonna let them know.
Yeah, the Karn looks really good here. We'll see if we can get there in time, though. We'll see if we can make enough constructs. Not sure if he can get enough damage in with the constructs. It depends on how many like cheap artifacts he has.
All right, I'm gonna keep time for them here.
Belfast is good. Another Belfast. Yeah, Kari's gonna go for the. He's gonna try and make a clock here.
Yeah, he's got enough time. They've got
Oh,
right around 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Before time is called in their round.
And it doesn't look like Karn's going away anytime soon.
So this ability on Karn is pretty strong. This is his -2 ability, right? And it makes a 0/0 or a star. Is that what it is?
Star. Power and toughness equal to the number of artifacts you control.
So each one can keep getting bigger.
Exactly.
Let's pull this guy up for us non-standard players that maybe haven't seen this guy in
It's
action.
a 0/0. It gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control.
Here he is in the adjustedness. That's silly. Oh well. So normally you've been looking at these top 2 abilities, right? It's all about card draw. The -2 ability is what Kair's doing here. He's making stars. No, he's making 0/0s, but they get +1/+1 for each artifact you control. That's something that they have. And they're artifacts themselves, so they make themselves bigger by them existing. Karn is obviously not an artifact.
It's basically another Tezzeret ability. Like they get to be like 5/5s and 6/6s so easily.
That token, is that a Karn token? Yes, it's a construct token. It's made, and I don't know if they're available for purchase. They were special, right?
So far, they only gave them out for the team RPTQ.
Yeah.
Or whatever that was. It was a team constructed event.
The team 1K that we had here. But it is a construct token.
And it's really adorable. Like, if you can get a closer look at it, it's just like a small robot, and he's like doing the same thing. Karn is his little book, and he's like a globe, like sitting right there.
Yeah, there's a globe right on the art. That's great. This is a pretty good clock, though. This shows you what the power of Karn can be. It's impressive, right?
People doubted it, but
it threw him a card, and now it's just making guys, and they're big.
Yeah, that was the tricky thing about Karn. Like, some people thought when it first came out that like it was going to be bad because like cards that offer choices generally aren't great.
Give your opponents the choice. Yeah.
And so when you +1 and your opponent gives you a land, like, And
then you have to spend a whole nother turn getting the other card.
Yeah, but the thing is, Karn has so much loyalty that like it's so easy for him to stick around.
Yep. Now Kair has to choose. Does he activate it one more time and make another token? Or, we're in Jeff's turn, though. Or do you plus and draw a card? K command would feel pretty good.
Yeah.
It wouldn't...
Even like a Fatal Push, right, would help out.
Well, K command would be able to take out a Strix and a 4/4.
Yeah.
Instead, we're going to Hymn to Turok.
It's not a card you want to see if you're Jeff. Like,
Kair goes for the quick, just pick cards. All right. I'm going to go let them know that they're just about hitting time. They're hitting turns.
So, I think it looks like he might be able to squeeze this out. Definitely loyal. So we have 3 5/5s, which could get there in turns.
Absolutely. Kai's got a good shot of doing enough. There's no creatures to gain life off of, right?
No.
It's going to chump block 1, take 7.
Looks like it. Is he gonna activate?
He's just going to deal 2 damage to Kair off of Death Riding there. And 1 Death Ride dies.
He just blocked with 1.
Ooh, a DAC. Interesting.
Huh. It's probably just drawing cards here.
Is that a Leyline and a helm?
Yeah.
Oh no, he just discarded a Leyline. Okay. No, he did draw another Leyline, so he could go that route if he needs to. He has enough time to do it.
It seems good because like you can Leyline helm while pressuring the board, so you force 2 different kinds of answers.
Yeah. Yep. I think he's got it though. Either way.
Yeah.
He's got lethal on board. So this is turn 1. Jeff's on turn 1, so.
Sep, Romario, Vital.
Now they're on 2. Welcome in.
Sorry if I butchered your name.
Pyroblast taking out DAC. Okay. You're getting it signed by Reed Duke, piece by piece. Yeah, Tez plus Karn is interesting for sure. Karn might be the best in specifically this deck. I'm sure Steel Stompy wouldn't mind Karn as well.
Oh, yeah. I think Brian was trying it out, actually.
Yeah, I don't know that it's great in there, though. So, Kyrie gets it there. Let me report for him here. And since these guys went over time and I gave them a little extension, we should be pretty much done with round 3.
I hope. Close to round 4.
I hope everybody else is done.
Yeah. We do have a Miracles deck out there, so, or at least I think we do.
So our last match we had Tony on Turbo Depths. He won, right? So we should see him probably for round 4. I'm not sure who won out of the other match, Shay versus Max. We didn't see much of that, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's at least 1 more or 2 more players that are undefeated. I haven't done the math there, but we'll get round 4 for you guys here in just a minute. In the meantime, you get to hang out with us. I like Tezzeret too. It's unfortunate that some of the cards in there are really expensive, right? The transmute artifacts are pretty pricey.
Soul lands.
And cards that like you wouldn't have for other decks. I don't mind the soul lands being expensive because maybe you have those because you played Show and Tell or Eldrazi Tron or whatever.
And that's the cool thing about getting them too. Like you can start to go into any of those decks.
There you go. I'm sorry. There you go. QC. They're not actually shuffling. They're de-sideboarding, but it's close. It's close. I'm sorry.
It is shuffle king. You don't want to see our pretty faces?
So some of you guys are probably new in chat. If you'd like, give us a follow. We are here every Tuesday night and Friday nights showing you some paper Legacy. We often have right around 20-ish players, sometimes a little less, which is pretty good considering our Legacy scene here in Utah. Correct. I'm sorry. is about this store only. But we get some pretty good tier decks with some pretty competent players, and some that are figuring it out as they go along, right? Just like any store.
Yeah.
But if you like watching Legacy in action, we have a combination of Kyre here, who was just playing Tez, me. We have a couple other casters. Trace is here helping me out. We're here every Tuesday and Friday night. But give us a follow, and that way you get a notification when we go live. Or just join us on Tuesday and Friday nights anyway.
You can take it one step further by becoming a hero and subscribing.
You can do that too if you really want to. We'll let you.
Who doesn't want to be a hero?
Yeah, exactly. There's the pretty competent players, and then there's some. Sometimes I even play. I that's what I tried to put out there, Jorgensen. Sometimes there's just players that are not competent. Captain QC was going to be at least as nice as that, I'm sure.
Bryce, how do you deal with this every time? Like,
usually QC isn't here. That's how I do it.
Oh, okay. Does he just make chili every night? Is that the deal? Like, QC, is that what you're doing? I'm gonna go home.
Does he just make chili every night?
I'm gonna make some chili. Oh man, chili! Time to go to the store again.
All right, for round 4, we are gonna have Tony versus Max. So that means Max won last round.
Okay.
Max was on Burn, so we're gonna have Turbo Depths versus Burn. We're also gonna have Corey versus Seth. I'm not sure. Corey, I believe, is on
Bantblade, right?
Grixis tonight.
Oh, Grixis, weird.
I'm not sure. Like Grixis Delver, Grixis Control. I'm not sure.
Okay.
He's been playing 4-color, but I think he's moved on to Grixis, and I have no idea what Seth is playing. But that's fun.
Yeah, we haven't seen.
So we're gonna get these players seated, and then we will show you round 4 of Magic. We just have 4 rounds. We do 4 rounds every Tuesday and every Friday night. And you get to see it live with us commentating. The occasional pun.
Would want more.
If you guys want, we also have a Discord channel where we talk about sometimes Magic related things.
Sometimes Magic. It's Magic.
And there's a, you can just type !Discord to find that link. All right, here we go. Players sitting down.
Bring out the cards. Hey, Bryce, I have some funds I want to try out.
Uh-oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. So a guy goes to the hospital because he broke his leg.
Okay.
And the nurse tells him, "You're going to be a K. You're going to be a K.
You're going to be a K?
You're going to be a K. Tibia. His leg was broken.
Uh-huh.
Tibia. Gonna tibia K. What's up? Racelinum.
Tibia, yeah. Yep, let me get these guys' names up here.
I wanted to see if I could run the puns as well as Bryce could. I don't know if it worked. Bryce is dying though. Maybe that's a good sign.
Run. How about Burn? There he is. He's playing Burn.
Okay, so what did the Wasteland say to the old dual land?
What did it say? I'm ready.
We're like intently watching.
Bye you. See you later.
Yeah, high five.
Yeah, we did it.
High five for you too. Yo, Mario, just like tap your screen.
I had one that was kind of like that the other day. Oh no, I don't remember it. That's the worst.
Big miracles tonight with Teferi. That's interesting. Made Deathlight Shaman go. Yeah, Teferi does beat Deathlight Shaman, in a sense. Oh, okay, so speaking of that ability on Teferi, what if you like comboed it with Jace? So you Teferi, you put the card in 2 under, or like 3 under or something, And then when you know that card's on top, you just Jace +2 discard and put it on bottom. And just get rid of it forever.
Be right back. I'm gonna set their timer so they can actually see it.
And predict 2. It works with predict 2. So not turbo depths, slow depths, oxymoron depths. Ooh, so you turn 1 Magus of the Moon. You're shutting off Urborg. That's
Alright.
pretty strong. Pretty strong.
Turn 1 Magus of the Moon. What is this deck? This isn't Burn. This is Mono Red Prison. This is Dragon Stompy. What is happening? What is happening, chat? I'm way more excited about this now.
What if next turn he goes land and like Searing Blaze? Whatever the Burn players play and just goes back to Burn.
no, that's not what's happening. This is way more interesting.
I like it. Safe pace depths. ND Primate, no depths. like
the
that.
Jukabog does not trigger anymore, like it once did. Oh dear.
Just a regular old mountain.
I'm not the judge, but
Yeah, I don't think the Bajuka box can. Yeah, it's gonna come into play untapped because the rules change. I think that's what they were discussing.
it just enters untapped now, right? That's correct,
Yeah.
right, chat? It just enters untapped. That was his question. Not only does he not get the trigger, but it enters untapped.
Mono red depths.
It'd be easier to point out when I don't make a mistake. There you go. I like it. Turbo Depths is going to have a challenge in this situation. I guess the Deathrite Shaman gives him... Does it even give him an out? It doesn't, does it? There's no way, is there?
The only card I can think of is Toxic Deluge, but I don't think that's in this deck, right?
Like he could get down a Bob, but that's not going to do anything here.
No.
I was going to say that there are some basics, right? And
like
Death
very
Ray Shaman
few.
could give him mana if he gets something in the graveyard, but we're not seeing that right now. All right, so unfortunately their life totals are just off screen. I gotta fix that. That's too off screen. Sorry guys, jumping back and forth.
And that's it.
Did I scoop up?
Yeah. Looks like we're going to game 2 already.
So the Mono Red Prison was more like mass speed attack right there.
Yeah, more turbo. We could
That
call
was
it
great.
Turbo Prison.
Turbo Red. Turbo Depths this. All right, on our backup match, we have Corey on your left, Seth playing Show and Tell.
Or is this another one of the Tez decks? It might be Show and Tell. Because Carrie said there were
Show,
three.
Show and Tell. Sneak and Show.
Looks like Show and Tell.
We'll call it Show and Tell for now. Looks like Seth has several cards revealed, and Corey's playing some cards with glare. Rabble Masters don't care about your depths. Grizzle Stompy. That, yeah, it could be that. Or it's show and tell. I kind of like Grizzle Storm as a deck.
Grizzle Storm?
Or almost the new reincarnation with Food Chain and Grizzle Reanimator Food Chain deck that plays Squee.
Oh yeah.
Those look fun. I don't have all the cards for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, as soon as Squee was printed, it's like, oh, another card with Food Chain. Only it's way better. It gets around Thoughtseize.
Alright, so this is game one for these guys. I'm going to jump back to Turbo Depths versus Mono Red Prison as soon as they're done shuffling. I don't think I've seen Seth in our store before, but I haven't been here as much as on Friday, so I miss out on some of the players.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything either.
If Seth never gets a colored mana source, he's going to have a hard time winning this game.
That's for sure.
Those cards in front, that's his hand. He's playing with his hand strangely revealed, partially revealed out in front of him. All right, so he finds a colored source. He brainstorms.
Gotta find that.
And he's going to go ahead and pick up now. He's got Fluster, Grizzlebrand. Or had. Corey's playing Grixis Elves.
I mean, Ballatreds are one take.
That's crazy. It's a common, or is it uncommon?
I think those lands are uncommon.
Still, that's a steal.
Yeah. Because what most uncommons online are like 0.25 ticks.
Yeah, if that.
And like all commons are just 0.01.
That's amazing. Come on, MTG bot. Tell us it's commodity. It's commonness. Is it a brawl thing? I mean,
I don't think Brawl changed the price of cards.
Is there even a deck that plays Orchard?
Oh, yeah. The dual lands kind of necessary in Brawl. Yeah.
What's happening? Oh, okay. There you go. So there's one from a Planeswalker deck, which is worth more for some reason than the uncommon one. There we go.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to jump back over. Here we go. Magic. Turn one, Tony plays Thoughtseize. We get to see Max's hand.
Oh, there you go.
He's got a Soul Land, a Spirit Guide, so he's going to be dropping down either Blood Moon or Blood Moon. His other choices are Rabble Master, Ensnaring Bridge. He's got a Pia and Kira and a Fiery Confluence that'll be seeing action later. Tony probably, so he's got the weird choice to take either the Blood Moon or the Spirit Guide. So this is hoping that Max doesn't see a red source later, right?
Yeah.
This
I
probably
think I get
gives
behind
you.
that.
I kind of like taking the Blood Moon as it's the most fearsome thing.
Yeah, because Bridge or Rebel Master. I guess the Rebel Master is kind of scary on turn one too.
I don't know. I don't know what you picked there. That's weird.
Let's see how this pans out.
All right, there's a tomb.
Looks like you did not get the good source.
Tony sees another basic, so even more when you have that many basics. I don't know. I'm not sure what you do there. That's weird, because Bridge is not what you really want to see either.
Yeah.
Chalice on one, cutting off their crop rotations.
Looks like he wants to respond with one here.
Yeah, you might as well use it. It looks like he's got a Corrosion Grip maybe in hand.
Oh, he doesn't have it. Corrosion Grip will do it.
Chalice decks are good. They're just mean. Chalice decks that also play 8 Blood Moons.
I mean, if you want to play a bad strategy in Legacy or Modern, the way you're going to do it is pair it with Blood Moon, so you give yourself time to just like shut your opponent out of the game so you can do what you want to do.
All right, so Max goes for the Ghost Quarter play here. He gives Tony goes for the Ghost Quarter play. He gives Max a red source, but cuts him off 2 colorless.
I like that. Kind of scary if he draws a soul land, but
yep. Down to Chromox. Okay.
It's slowly getting there. We'll see if it's fast enough.
Yeah, he would have had a 3-drop this turn had it not been for that Ghost Quarter play.
And did the Lance player miss a land drop too?
No.
Oh,
no, he went basic Ghost Quarter.
Oh yeah.
All right. Fire Confluence for red, obviously, and just pass the turn. Deathrite doing some damage. Some loss of life. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry.
That's like damage and loss of life are way too different to be just calling it the same thing willy nilly.
Yeah.
Can't just throw it out there.
Yeah. I kind of like this K grip on Chromox.
Yeah, just keep.
But I guess you save it for the Ensnaring Bridge, right?
Either way, like it was clear that he wanted to start off his game plan cutting off mana by taking the Spirit Guide. So
Bia and Kieran making some guys. This card's good.
That could be really quick.
This is a strange card that costs like $1, right?
Yeah.
It's really not expensive. Oh, we got the bad version. I don't want that version.
Oh, the border.
Ugh. Here we go. This version. For you folks at home that are playing at home. Some of you are playing at home, right? Here's a Pia and Kiran. You get some dudes, and you can sacrifice some things to do some damage. It's also 4 mana for 4 power. It's a card.
Yeah, if Tony can't get rid of it here.
And then it's quite a bit more damage over time as well. And it makes your other artifacts pretty strong. You play one? Perfect. Not everybody. We've got a lot of people who play a lot of Legacy, right? And they might not know this card intimately. So I showed it to you guys. It's like a 2 of in this deck, right? I'm gonna assume that Max is playing something very much like the list that took down Birmingham.
Ooh. Yeah, Blink with Flick Wisp. Sounds.
And this is a 2 of.
Real good.
In that list.
2 of. Okay.
I'm not sure he's playing that exact list, but. Lots of cards for Max. So Blood Moon comes down, shuts off stage, unless stage copied a basic land. I didn't catch if it actually did that.
So if stage copies a basic land, it still doesn't have the other ability, right? Blood Moon's in play.
It still does have the other ability.
Oh, it does?
It's a busted thing.
So Blood Moon doesn't affect basics at all.
Correct.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, okay, this Dark Depths comes into play as a mountain. It has no counters on it, so all Tony has to do is somehow successfully get rid of the Blood Moon, and suddenly he's got a 20/20 just like that.
And doesn't he have the Crimson Grip? So he can do it end of turn.
I think so. But he's got some flyers that can attack and do things.
That's for sure.
He's got an Ensnaring Bridge he can put down. There's things he can do.
And Max is definitely not going to risk it getting you with the Thopters.
All right. Here's that play. Here's a grip. Eating the Blood Moon.
Making a 20/20 as well.
Dark Depths says, hey, I'm a Dark Depths and I have no counters on me. Immediately he sacrifices it, makes a 20/20. Here comes a bridge. So we're into the other stage of this game. Suddenly things changed a little bit. Max not only has some flyers that can jump block, but That 2020 cannot attack. And we've got Song of the Dryads.
Oh,
That Ensnaring Bridge is now a forest.
basic forest.
And chump block time.
Hmm.
I think we're going to see bridge number 2 come down here in just a moment. Your lands are mountains. Yeah, well, your artifacts are forests.
So Magic's been reduced to.
Counting some mana. He's got access to 6. Yes. Well,
Yes.
what do we see here? Magus of the Moon
Magus.
first, and then Ensnaring Bridge. So he taps all his mana before putting out the Magus of the Moon, so that way, I mean, he could have done that a different way, but it's all good.
Yeah.
There's a Magus and an Ensnaring Bridge. Song of the Dryads, I believe, is just a 1 of, correct? But there's got to be another K grip. I think there's got to be at least one more Corrosion grip.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You want to have 2 of.
So this other Dark Depths actually does have counters on it, since it came down in a world that didn't have a Blood Moon in play. This has been a fascinating game. A little back and forth action, so just all one-sided.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who has more removal to answers. Because I thought the Red Prison deck was just dead after he lost the bridge there.
The bridge,
but
yeah, but having a second one feels pretty good.
the Magus of the Moon, like it's just so cool when you can keep replaying cards that just shut off your opponent.
Magus of the Moon number 2. Okay. And Goblin Guy, or not Goblin Guy, Goblin Rabble Master.
Rabble Master.
He's going to make a 1/1. It's going to not be able to attack.
Doesn't it have to attack because it's Rabble Master? Oh no, bridge. He
yeah.
is 0 cards.
Pia goes away. Is that correct how that works?
Wait, what?
Rabble Master says
Attacks if able, but it's not
If able.
able.
yeah. It's not entered, tap, and attacking. It just attacks if able. All other goblin creatures do. Build an army and kill him dead. Yeah, so what he's going to be able to do is make a lot of 1/1s over time, and then draw a card and... Oh, yeah, and play it at second main phase. Either way, it wouldn't work. Yeah, they can't attack through bridge when he's got no cards in hand.
The Death Shaman getting countered by the Chalice.
That's the thing.
Wonder if Tony just forgot about the Chalice or if...
Tried to sneak it through. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you do have to remember Chalice. Like,
All right. Plays a land, makes a token,
That's
passes
interesting.
turn. And Deathrite. Deathrite's going to do a little bit of damage. There's also not very many instants and sorceries and or creatures to do much.
exactly. Everything's just in play.
This is great. This is great fun. So eventually, I think Max is going to get this. I don't, unless there's a K grip. But even if there is, Max still has another chump blocker for at least a turn.
And if he does get rid of the bridge, like, the crack pack is going to be brutal.
Yeah, that's not enough. It's
Yeah,
what,
it's not enough yet.
6, 7, 8.
So
8 total?
he has to hope to find answers soon. Very soon.
Yeah, and like a Chandra would speed that up. A Fiery Confluence would
Mm.
speed that up.
Karn would be really good here. Not really good, but it'll help out a little bit.
Hazaret would be
Hazaret.
great. If he draws another bridge, yeah, then that's just gain. Here's a Fiery
Ooh.
Confluence.
Can do a lot of damage.
It's a very confluent card in Fire. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Yep. Speaks it really well.
Hmm.
Sets another Chalice to 3. Yeah, there you go. All right, we've got some death riding and fiery confluencing, life changing. There we go. 16-14. He did not miss his goblin trigger. He put it out.
Yeah, he should be on 3.
Tony passes a turn back. Max draws a Karn.
Let's hit Karn. Let's see what it does here.
He's going to use his Forest to play Karn.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. That Ensnaring Bridge is going to put out a Karn, guys. just as you expected. That Dark Depths does have counters on it. It came in play at a time when there was no Blood Moon effects. The first one that made the 2020 did not ever have counters on it.
Exactly.
There was a 1-turn window, I think, where...
Yeah. I think he dropped it after he killed the Blood Moon, and then the next turn the guy dropped the Magus.
Yep.
So it snuck in at the right time.
Not that it
Or the
really
wrong time.
matters. There can only be ever really the 1/20/20 out at a time. So
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
true.
here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And
the-
Ensnaring Bridge is still an artifact.
Yeah, the Ensnaring Bridge keeps its artifact status. Tony's going to play it out. Puts Max down to 12. So, making a 5/5 there is a little strange to me.
Yeah, because like it's not doing anything. Right? Consumption.
Yeah, you're not going to be drawing
Is that
cards
the
anytime
game?
soon.
Is that the game?
Oh!
That's the game.
Was that it? Was that the...
Rite of Consumption.
That was Rite of Consumption, guys. That's awesome.
It's been a while since I've seen that card.
Oh, goodness.
That'll get around bridge.
Here it is for you guys. I'm going to pull it up. This is what was quickly played. That's not what I meant to click. There we go.
So
You sacrifice a creature. It's a 2-mana fling. And you get to gain life as well. So he went up a lot, and Max died. With a sorcery.
I haven't seen that card since Close Fight Combo.
That was great. All right, real quick.
Limited.
I'm going to take a peek at our other table. I'm going to show you what's happening over there while these guys shuffle up. And I'll jump right back over there for game 3.
So you show and tell. You can sneak and tell.
Yeah, so I think Seth is playing Sneak and Show, but I just quickly named it Show and Tell. And Corey's playing some form of Grixis. I'm not sure exactly if he's on like a Grixis Delver or a Grixis Control. I didn't get a good look. But we'll watch this for a moment, and then we'll jump back over to... So Rite of Consumption gets it done against a prison deck that has absolutely no way to counter it. And Tony had a basic swamp out that whole time, plus he had a Death Rite that he would have been able to probably tap for black.
But it's a sorcery.
It was. It was very sorcerous.
But 2 mana. It's not the worst sorcery.
Yeah. No outs to that many different things. Yep. And there's like some tree folk, and they're gonna consume a tree, I guess, or a tree folk. Right? It's great fun. It's a Ron Spencer art. Look at that thing.
Let's see Blood Moon.
Blood Moon gets dazed, which feels great,
Yeah,
because otherwise you die.
Blood Moon was just in the game right there.
Probably. I
Well,
mean,
he
Corey
doesn't
might be
fetch.
playing with some basics. I don't know. Looks like Corey's got Force of Will, so he's got some protection against potential show and tells or sneak attacks.
It also has Pithy Needle, which can just shut off the sneak attack.
That's usually a good thing to do, if you can. Shut down half of the win conditions.
It's fishy.
That whole time, Solus was like, "This guy, he's got right? Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me you got rights. You got rights, right? Right? Here they go. Bam! There it is. Came over. Go Turbo.
Nice call. Cabal Therapy. That'll hurt.
Oh, take some Emrakuls. Those can get shuffled. Peace out. Oh,
Yikes.
he had a Force of Will but no blue card, and he has a sneak attack in hand. So probably the needle comes down here, naming sneak attack, right?
Yeah. And then he's down to like Force and Pyroclasm, which isn't impressive at all.
Show me the right. Everybody else in chat is like, what are you talking about? What is this card you're yelling about? Right of conception. That's great. All right, they're still shuffling. They're taking their time.
You just buy the needle.
There's the needle, probably naming sneak attack. That's what I would name.
Yeah. Like Grizzlebrand is the only other name. But sneak attack is,
when it's in your hand, you name it there.
It's fishy.
All right. These guys, he's going to put out sneak attack, even though it's probably needled. We're going to jump back.
Let's save on mana.
Because this match is going to be a little while, probably.
Yeah.
Or it's just going to end suddenly. He's going to go like show and tell, Omniscience, Grizzlebrand, all in one turn, win. But we're going to show you this match. Game 3, round 4. These are 2 undefeated players. Tony just beat... What did we just see him beat last round?
Wow. It's been a long night.
That was rounds ago, guys. Holy cow. All right. Max is starting off with a Chalice on 1, pitching a Spirit Guide. So he goes down a card.
Oh, Grixis Delver. Right.
Was it? Well, that's an easy guess. You don't even remember. You're just throwing that out there.
No, I think it was Terry, right?
Yeah, Terry on Grixis Delver. That makes sense. And Max beat probably also Grixis Delver.
Shay,
playing
whatever.
Storm, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure he's on Storm. He's usually on Storm, but I'm not sure.
Mm.
All right. Tony is going to fetch.
The price is death, right?
If he tries to Deathrite, Duress, or Thoughtseize here, it's probably getting countered.
Mm.
That's my guess. And you thought Mono Red couldn't counter things.
I didn't. What? I mean, Red Elemental Blast, Pyroblast.
See?
Yeah.
And he's going for it. Thoughtseize. Countered. Doesn't lose life. No, he doesn't lose life.
Doesn't lose life.
Go back.
Right. Okay.
Keep that life. There we go. When it gets countered, you don't lose life. It's not part of the cost. Part of the resolution.
Is he just running that out because he has no other option?
Or he's just testing. Maybe just find out. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to know. Rabble Master off a second Spirit Guide. Attack for 1. There's a clock.
This game might be over in a couple turns.
If Tony gets a Dark Depths, he has the potential to just Hex Mage and win.
Just steal it, yeah.
That's always there. It's a lot harder when you can't crop rotation, and he went and got a basic swamp off of the first fetch land in fear of all of the blood mooning.
Yeah.
So that's an attack for 6
sense.
right there. That's what Rabble Master does.
He gets under bridge really well. Like, it's pretty cool in those mirror matches.
Max gets to play a 4 mana. Is this a Chandra or a Karn? That's a Chandra.
Gonna present a really fast clock here.
Yeah. Turbo Depths versus Turbo R. That's what we're calling it, guys. There's 2 more damage, exiling the Ensnaring Bridge.
Huh.
Tony sees a bunch of 1 mana spells. and a Song of the Dryad. Are those Kitesail? What is that black card he's got 2 of?
I didn't see it.
Wow,
That's
Tony
it.
just says you got me. I can't do. Oh, they're duresses. Okay,
Ah.
they're WDM duresses. So yeah, he's sitting on crop, duress, map, Song of the Dryads, another Rite of Consumption. Just like action that you want if you're the Turbo Depths player, but you can't do it into Chalice on 1, and Hex Mage without black doesn't get you there. But Tony looked like a great hand if it wasn't for that Chalice. But Mono Red went quick. That was fast.
Yeah.
All right, so Mono Red Prison wins GP Birmingham, wins Friday Night Magic at Paragon City Games.
Guys, grab your Chandras.
It's practically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's practically the same. Like, this was a grind. These 4 rounds.
Oh yeah.
Max is barely hanging on. He didn't get sleep last night. This is day 2.
Day 2. I was gonna say I've been there before. The 4-0 boat. It's...
I know what it's like. Just last Tuesday. Basically the same events. Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna post this list and you're gonna be like, wait a minute. Mono Red Prison, aka Dragon Stompy, aka Turbo Red, won 2 events in a row.
Oh.
Why isn't everybody playing this list?
Grab your cards, guys.
It went undefeated today.
Grab your chalices, everyone.
All right, so I'm going to take a peek here at our backup match and see if they are playing another match, playing another round, playing another game. How about of their match? I'm not sure if they're sideboarding or de-sideboarding.
They're talking about it. Could be over.
Too much prison locally, so you had to turn 2 Ancient Grudges and 2 Meltdowns.
I've never seen Meltdown before.
Meltdown, what, kills artifacts? Is that what Meltdown does?
Sounds right.
From Urza's Saga, destroy each artifact total casting cost X or less. Isn't there
wouldn't you
another
rather run by force? I think
Yeah.
you'd rather run by force.
Isn't that the card you want? The Vintage All-Star? Destroy X target artifacts.
I feel like that's just better, right?
I mean, Byforce targets them, so if you're specifically not able to target them because of like a Padim or something, then I guess Byforce is worse, but isn't Byforce is more restrictive? You think so? How?
I guess you could cast it with like 1 red mana and just destroy everything for 0, like all the chalices and all that.
Ah, yeah. But Chalice would be on 1 at that point, and Meltdown would just get countered. I'm curious. I'm very curious. I haven't seen Meltdown played in any lists anywhere, so whereas I have seen a few Byforces in a few lists.
And I guess this is more of a board wipe card than Byforce is.
Yeah, this destroys
I don't
each, but you
That doesn't seem worth it.
like
Like you're gonna wipe the board with Byforce anyway.
Byforce, you could hit a bridge for 2 mana. Meltdown, you'd need 4 mana to hit a bridge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're specifically so what is going on? We just finished round 4. Mono Red Prison beat Turbo Depths pretty handily. Our backup match, I'm still waiting to see if they're playing another game. It looks like they're shuffling up for game 3.
Yeah.
I'm waiting still. They're not being very quick about it. I couldn't tell if they were done, if they had finished their match. As these guys finished up Mono Red versus Turbo Depths, I jumped over to our backup match, and they're in kind of this weird, we just mulliganed or we just
Looks like
sideboarded.
he's contemplating sideboarding, so it looks like they're going to do another game.
So as soon as they start playing Magic, I'm going to show you their match, or I'm going to tell you that they're done. We'll find out very soon here. That's what's going on. I like it, Jace. The X-Cost Artifact Destruction Race War. Meltdown is better. Byforce is better. No.
Although Shattering Spree is pretty fun.
All right, that is a definitive putting the deck in the deck box I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. That's our backup match. There they are. They must be done. One of those players, either Seth or Corey, won their round. I'm gonna say they didn't intentionally draw.
Definitely. I think Corey. It looked like Corey was gonna win that one.
So that is gonna finish it up for us here. There's 50 plus of you watching right now. Thanks for joining us, guys. If you haven't already, give us a follow. Join us. We're here Tuesday nights. I'll be back here Tuesday. We're also here Friday nights, obviously, for Paper Legacy, just like this. There's always a variety of different decks. We definitely have our mixture of Grixis decks here. We have a lands player that I'm surprised we didn't see at the top tables. I guess he got beat by a Nyx Fit deck, which is great.
Yeah.
We had a couple different Tezzerator decks tonight. And there's definitely a variety of Legacy decks.
That's a cool thing about Legacy. Like, you get so many different decks because you have so many. You have a bigger pool with so many different cards. Sure, some of those cards are like vastly better than the other ones, but
also, if you guys haven't, maybe there was a thing in chat. I do altars, and I like to just mention this briefly.
They look amazing.
I'm gonna throw a link in chat for you. It looks like this. I do specifically altars that are meant to be tournament playable for Legacy. They're not. I can't guarantee that, but most of them have been approved by head judges. You beat me, Jorgensen. Ah, you beat me. You beat me with the cool link, and I just had that one. I don't have any new ones to show you today. I just did a playset of Force of Wills that turned out pretty sweet, though. If you want to take a peek at them, they're right on the front of that Facebook page. Just click the link and you can see them. It's been fun doing altars specifically for people in chat that are here, and yeah, some of them are foiled, some are not foils. I'm working on a whole bunch of foil Reanimator cards right now. A whole bunch of creatures from Reanimator. You win, even with the 20-second delay. You heard me typing, though. I had to type more. Was that with markers or paint? Was what? The Force of Wills was paint and then some markers. A little bit. It's almost entirely paint. Almost everything I do is paint. There's a little bit of markers to blend colors a little bit better.
Sweet.
It's a combination of airbrush and paint by hand. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen any of these altars before, I do a whole bunch of digital mock-ups first, so you get a pretty good idea of what they're going to look like right beforehand. And it's a good way so you're not just going in blind. And yeah, altars. There you go. So, as Wraithlinen says, good night. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here next week.
See you later.
Have a good night, guys.